Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you feel it, boys? Woo! What a hot diggity damn day it's been. Late as hell. And especially gay as hell. How you guys doing? Hit the bees. Throw me some bees in the chat. Of course, we're going hard as hell. A life filled with bees. Welcome back to the show. We're hanging out today. We're partying. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about the bricks and the minifigs and the insane body cam footage that dropped. It's wild as absolute hell. It's wild as hell. I never expected to see anything like this. And I'm going to explain it all because Minimal Effort was like, I'm lost. And I was really lost on this Lego stuff as well when I was trying to get into it. And then I deep dived. And I'm going to read you like a kind of something to catch you up really, really quick so you can kind of see what's going on. It's pretty insane. It kind of reminds me of the situation. I don't know if you ever watched the TV show Making a Murderer with Stephen Avery, although he likely did the stuff. It's kind of like that. There's like an entire corrupt police department and basically a corrupt company and all these corrupt people, okay, being wild as hell, going absolutely insane. And they're all Mormon. It's the weirdest thing ever. There's a lot of tinfoil stuff going on. So we're going to get to hell on it, diggity dog on it. We're going to cover everything. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Big shout out to Renee Galarza for the 10 kicks. I love you, buddy. I appreciate you. You are goated as hell. Thank you. Legal Mindset just covered. Yes, I'll have it. I have his video queued up actually, because I think he explains things really well. And we'll also do the same thing. Plus, we're going to talk about Hasan Piker absolutely crashing the hell out. My man. Every single politician or candidate, rather, that he was traveling with lost all of their elections, which is not exactly surprising. What the hell's going on here? Oh, not exactly. Sorry, my heater like exploded. It's not surprising. It kind of leads more credence to the idea that the internet's not really a real place, right? It's not really a real place. So we're going to see what the hell's going on there and him just crashing hell out. A few quartering clips as well that are weirdly hypocritical because he kind of covers Hasan a little, which is strange. It's one of those things where Jeremy, he calls other people fat whilst being the fattest person in the world. He calls other people gluttons while being the most gluttonous person in the world. He calls people insecure while being the most insecure person in the world. He calls people dumb while being the dumbest guy in the world. He calls people everything. He calls people like sex pest while being a literal sex pest, following people around, filming them and doing weird fucking shit all the time. He calls people out for being gooners. He calls people out for being addicted to porn, although he was caught looking at cuck porn. There was a community note on his post about how he was caught with cuck porn and all this insane shit. So that kind of ties into the whole Hasan Piker thing. So we're going to talk about it all. And we're going to start with the minifig and bricks situation with the body cam footage that was just dropped. So do me a favor and give a big old fashioned like to the show and let's get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. And let's have some goofy ass fun tonight. Don't forget, we are up against the 626th naked snake in a row based on Rumble rants, based on kicks, and based on super chats. 5 years of naked snakes still running strong. 626. House of Flux. What's up, baby? So let's get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. I'm going to give you a rundown of the entire bricks and minifig situation before we get on it. Doggone it. Okay. So this is going to catch everybody up. For a lack of showing you a video that's like an hour long, and spending 3 hours talking about it, I'll give you a rundown so we can jump into the body cam footage because it's very, very interesting. So basically how this all started, okay, this started because there's a company called Bricks and Minifigs. So there's a guy named Brian Manziel and his father, Eric, who's 83 and he had since passed away. They consigned a massive Lego collection of about 780 Legos and 1,200 minifigures, rare and vintage Star Wars stuff to the Bricks and Minifig store in Kaiser, Oregon. So basically they consigned all that. What that means basically is they give all this stuff to a store, all these minifigs, all these Legos to a store. The store then sells them and then gives them like 60% of the profit or what have you, right? So that's kind of how that works. And they were basically trying to raise money for medical bills and whatnot. Okay, and this is Legos, and this is minifigures, like I said, a lot pertaining to vintage Star Wars. And I don't know about you, but vintage Star Wars stuff goes for absolutely asinine prices. Although I would wager the sequel trilogy probably hurt it, but it probably helped it too. They could go either way, right? All I know is when the sequel trilogy came out, I remember walking out of The Last Jedi movie. Unrelated, but I remember walking out of The Last Jedi movie being like, I don't actually think I ever liked Star Wars. I had to actually look at myself in the mirror and be like, maybe I never liked this shit. You know, it was a very weird feeling to have. But at any rate, the original franchise owner was planning to move overseas. Okay. And this is what the original franchise owner that took in this consignment deal to sell these things for Brian Manzell and his father. Okay. Just escaped overseas, and that's how the Bricks and Minifigs corporate structure and the CEO is hiding behind that. They're like, it's his fault, therefore we don't have to do anything, right? It's like, oh, it was a franchise owner, it's his fault, so we don't have to pay anything, and you can't sue us for any reason or shape or form, right? Which is insane to me, because they could have just given the guy $100,000, which is like roughly what it would be worth, maybe even less, maybe more than that, and it would all be over. But now they're the most hated company on the planet right now, which is probably not helping their revenue anyway. So the original franchise owner moved overseas in November of 2024, and corporate took over the store. So the corporate of Bricks and Minifigs actually took over the store, who had the consignment of Legos and had the consignment of minifigures. Okay. They seized all the inventory, including the co-signed Lego collection from Eric Manzell, and they refused to return it or honor the original agreement, claiming it was unauthorized or handled improperly by prior management. So they're blaming everything on prior management, right? It's all prior management's fault, has nothing to do with us. Therefore, we're going to keep all the money and you can just go kill yourself. That's kind of what they're doing. So Eric Manzell says the Legos were never returned or compensated at all. So there's out all this money. Here, let me give you a parallel. Let's say you take your 68 Mustang fastback, fully restored, beautiful ass car, 2 miles on the sumbitch, been sitting in a garage, right? And you take it to an auction company, okay? And the auctioning company is going to auction this thing off, and they're going to get a 10% fee or something, and you're going to get 90. Okay, let's say that happens, and then the auction company changes ownership during this, okay? And then they sell your car and then just keep all the money and tell you to kill yourself. That's what's going on. Okay. So they were never returned or properly compensated for the Legos. Okay. The ex-franchise owners later claimed corporate threatened them with legal or financial ruin and took their life savings and store in the process. So they took a hostile takeover of the store. Okay. This is when the YouTuber Reckless Ben gets involved to investigate it. And to draw parallels to that, it's like Nick Shirley investigating fraud in Minnesota, right? So he's a Canadian YouTuber. His name's Reckless Ben, and he's known for like prank videos and whatnot. And he heard about it, and he made a documentary-style video about it, where he tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Legos. And it started somewhat trollish, but documented the consignment paperwork confrontations and all the allegations of theft and whatnot. Okay. Ben helped the Manzells pursue it legally. So the YouTuber Reckless Ben helped the Manzells start to go the legal route against Bricks and Minifigs. Okay. So they reportedly won the court case against the store. But bam, they closed and shuttered the Kaiser location to avoid paying out. And Ben put up signs calling out the theft. So then they went over and they closed the store to avoid paying out the lawsuit. So this led to the second part. Okay. Did I make Snake? We started like 3 minutes ago, Pete Stitchhopper. He said, I got arrested because of Legos, which is the title of the video, where Ben details going to corporate's HQ, the new franchise owner's home, Joshua Johnson, and set up a GoFundMe for the Manzells' legal fees, which raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. So now the original people that put the Legos on consignment had a GoFundMe, okay, that's just through the damn roof. All right. So He claimed aggressive tactics were to pressure for payment after the court win, and this is holding signs, doing all that. But police treated it as harassment, and allegedly, one arrest allegedly involved his arm being dislocated. And he says police initially pushed false drug charges. So this is where the the corruption comes in. So now they're saying the entire police department's corrupt because they arrested the YouTuber Reckless Ben for pretty much unveiling this whole scheme, which happened in Utah, which is like the Mormon capital of the world. And it turns out the police are also Mormon. The franchise owner is Mormon. The CEO is Mormon, and they all apparently know each other. That's like what allegedly is going on here. It's really spooky shit. So Ben has a court date of June 8th, and he claimed he fled to Mexico for his safety. So the YouTuber fled to Mexico, and he's like, I'm out of here. Okay. So this is the Bricks and Minifigs side. This is the side of their story. They sued Ben, the Mansells, and others for harassment, extortion, defamation, and even a RICO suit. They claimed the original consignment was unauthorized, offered to return a small portion of $2,000 to $5,000 worth. So they already sold the most of it, and they're just going to give the guy $2,000 out of the $100,000 they owe him. That's how they're claiming that they reached out to fix the situation, right? Let's go back to the parallel I drew earlier. Okay, the parallel I drew earlier was you took your 68 Mustang to an auction place, and then they sold it, and then just kept the money and said, oh, sorry, the other manager did this deal, so they left, right? And we're going to keep your money. Let's say they get a lot of heat for that, and they claim they're going to give you $10,000 for your 68 Mustang that was worth $170,000. That's what's going on here. Okay, they're essentially completely robbing these people, like robbing the living shit out of them. They claim that their small amount of $2,000 to $5,000 was refused, and they call Reckless Ben's actions criminal harassment. So him making YouTube videos about them was criminal harassment. Okay, this sounds like they think the same way Jeremy Hamley thinks, the quartering. That's what this seems like. They deny stealing anything and say it's a civil matter gone wrong. At any point, they could have given the Manzells $100,000 or $200,000. The company is worth, keep in mind, you guys ready? You all sitting down? The company is worth $400 million. $400 million. And they're letting the entire company fall and burn over a consignment deal worth $100,000 to $200,000. Why not pay it out? Why not offer $100,000 and call it a damn day? But no, they won't. And they won't admit they did anything wrong. And this is where everything starts to get a little hairy, because everybody immediately gets pissed when people don't admit that they're wrong. Okay. And and this draws parallels to everything, right? Everything we've talked about the last 2 months with Jeremy Hambley, Hasan Piker, anybody involved in this whole deal. People get pissed and they're like, hey man, you fucked up. Like, just say you fucked up. And they're like, no, no. Throw it in the fire. No. Police body cam drama. So this is when the body cam footage came out. It says the American Fork PD has been accused of bias. Recent leaks of a 50 gigabyte unredacted body cam footage allegedly shows officers protecting the company-linked individuals, the CEO, lying or making threats, and questionable warrant service handling. The department denied bias and said no active warrants remain for Ben. So then Bricks, hey, Nina, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well, Nina. Nina Infinity for the raid. So they release statements, and we're going to pull up all these statements, okay? So this is where we start getting into the modern day thing. So that we're kind of caught up already, and I have a bunch of videos to pull up now to kind of show everything that's going on here. So basically, long story short, some guys sold some Legos to a store called Bricks and Minifigs, and Bricks and Minifigs pushed out the old owner, the franchisee's owner, took over the store, stole all the Legos, and kept all the money. And now a YouTuber is covering it, and they're saying that it's harassment, and they got the YouTuber arrested. That's pretty much what's happened so far. Now, the CEO did do an interview, and we're going to pull up some clips from that. And also, the Patreon the Patreon CEO released a statement because Bricks and Minifigs wanted them to take down the Patreon support for Reckless Ben. So they're trying to contact every company that's financially supporting these people through this time and trying to get them, threatening them to close down, right? threatening them in every way possible, shape, and form. Instead of just being like, bro, we fucked up. Here's $100,000. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I'll never understand how a corporate company could ever do something this public and stupid. You know, it's like we understand why Jeremy Hambley's dumb and why he does dumb things because he's one guy, right? He's an insecure, narcissistic guy. So we understand what's going on. All right. The issue is this is a corporate company with a CEO and franchise owners and other people in the executive board that are all doing the same shit. It's insanity, man. It's complete insanity. So let's jump right into the sauce, and we're going to get into the body cam footage as well. And do me a favor, like the show. That's your entire rundown of the bricks and minifig situation. Now let's see what happened today, because some body cam footage came out today, and boy, I tell you, it's spicy as shit. Let me give a shout out to the first super chat of the night. Taylor Tanner says, the bricks and minifigs drama and Hasan Piker Fells, a BOGO, if you will. I'm super invested in bricks and minifigs drama as a Lego fanatic. Sorry for interrupting the Lord. Dude, you're all good, brother. I love you. I appreciate you. Shout out to the first one of the night, Mr. Taylor Tanner, joining the Naked Snake Drive for the 626th show in a row. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate your love, my man. I love you, man. Anyways. Spider-Man would have ended up public domain over 7 years. Oh, the Copyright Term Extensions Act. Yeah. Why can't we just have Spider-Man? We could make Spider-Man horror movies. Peter Parker. What's up, Lot Ferret? All right, here we go. So let's pull up the first one of the day, covering this situation. I also posted a meme about it that I thought was really, really funny. So first and foremost, okay, the bricks and minifigs. So they actually posted this on his on their actual. Actually, I think this is a troll account. Yeah, this is a troll account. Sorry. So we're gonna pull up the CEO's statement. So the CEO actually made a statement the other day, saying they don't do consignment, even though it's clearly in the franchise contract. So they're claiming that they don't do consignment, therefore they can't pay out these people, even though it's their company doing it. Right? It's very, very interesting stuff. So let's pop over to that and give you some love here. Let's get the hell on it, diggity doggone it. Here's our goofy guy with his beautiful mustache. I guarantee you he's like 5'2". He looks like he's 5'2". I can tell because I'm 4'11", so I understand. I understand, brother. I totally get it. Okay. Yeah, Patreon didn't back down. Thank God for that, right, Billy? Thank God for that. Anyways. Yeah, exactly. Where's my Spider-Man horror movie with gore, where Spider-Man's just shooting his webs through people's face and it just goes straight through, back like through the back of their skull? It'd be hilarious. Oh my gosh, PS2 Chopper with 20 gifted memberships. Oh my God. Can you feel it? It has started. Oh, my man. Give him some love. He knows how to throw down. Oh my God. That's wrong. Oh. Shocking support from PS2 Chopper. I love you. I appreciate you, brother. Get the hell on it, diggity doggone it. One step closer to showing my titties. I am a prostitute, basically, if you have not realized this. What's up, Rachel Brinkley? Flux says, I said this dude looked like a French knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail that farts in your chin. Yes, Intimidator with a $5 super chat says, much like in the sports of basketball, you could say that the company Bricks and Minifigs have literally laid a brick as to how they're handling this situation. You're not lying. They're handling it in the worst way possible. It's very interesting shit. You know, if it was me, if I was the CEO, okay, and I saw this shit starting to blow up, my happy ass would contact the Manzels and be like, brother, here, could I offer you a $100,000 check to compensate you for the wrongdoings of this past franchise owner? If they don't even want to take responsibility, just do it, right? Just do it. You can just not take responsibility and pay out and quiet everything down. You know, or you could say, hey, the name on the building is the name of our company. Therefore, it's our responsibility. Because that's how it should work. But they don't give two shits. No, keep the money. You keep the money. Thank you so much. Intimidator coming in strong with a second super chat of the night. Shout out to my boy. I'm going to give him a little quack. Ooh. Oh, all right. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see what this goofy mustachioed man has to say. He's obviously an evil villain, right? It's funny how the dude's basically an evil corporate villain, and he also just looks like an evil villain.
My name is Amnon McNeff, and you'll forgive me. I am reading this so that the statement can be clear and concise, but I'm CEO of Bricks and Minifigs.
Get him! We don't like him. Look at his face. Look at him face. What the fuck, Billy? What are you saying, Billy? What are you saying in chat, Billy? Quiet down, you evil bigot.
And I want to speak directly, not through a blog post, not through an email, just directly to anyone following what's happened in Salem, Oregon. To the Mansell family, I am sorry that you are in this position. A family that loved Lego and trusted someone with their collection deserves better than what happened.
Yeah, they trusted Bricks and Minifigs, the company you're the CEO of. I am sorry for destroying your life. It's literally the BP. It's the South Park BP meme. We're sorry. Oh, we're sorry. So sorry. As they sit on their bare rug with their balls out. Oh, we're sorry. But we're not going to help you out in any way, shape, or form. And also, we're getting death threats. What? What?
That has always been our position, and it has not changed. Here is where we stand today. We want to hear from you directly. We want to help facilitate a resolution of this through the proper channels, and that has not changed.
Or you could just give the guy a check. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That's a good one. Eric Griffin says, Ricada got a case of the Camelot. One of my mods made that joke in our fucking group chat earlier, and I lost my shit. I was like, no! I rubbed off on him too much. Rest in peace, Nick. Look how you massacred my boy. Thank you, Toasty, for the raid, by the way. By the way, Jay Barnes over on Rumble with the $2 Rumble rent says, just going to leave this here. Cecil and Juju make more noise than two skeletons in a tent cough. What? Casa Rumble says, hey, friend, glad Rumble fam found you. I wanted to make sure it's okay to share Handy News, a link for rating here. If no worries, etiquette 2 ask first. Thank you for covering this. Of course, Casa Rumble. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I still crash. Like, to be fair to Nick, I still crash. I crash more than him. Not on the street, though. In a closed circuit, where it's kind of okay. Kind of allowed, mostly. Atari Junkie says, this is the next blockbuster video. You ain't lying, brother. They're deader than hell. They're deader than hell, brother. We're sorry, Monster. We're sorry. So sorry.
We are willing to sit down with you with a professional mediator, one you're comfortable with. Bring the consignment agreement you and the previous owner of the Salem, Oregon store created. Bring your inventory list. Bring whatever documentation you have. And we're not asking for perfection. We're asking for cooperation. We will bring everything we have too, and we will go through it together. We want to see this resolved. Brian, that's it. That's the offer. A mediator, a table, documentation, and a genuine effort to get your family to a fair place. No cameras, no stunts, no manufactured drama, just a real conversation. Now, I want to speak to the Lego community and our franchise family. There are more than 300 beloved Bricks and Minifigs locations across this country and Canada. Almost every single one of them is owned and operated by local families. Moms, dads, Lego fans, people who invested their savings and their hearts into building something for their...
This is where he turns the statement around and he claims he's the victim now, right? He's the victim. He did this. It was him, okay? He's the one getting... It's the normal everyday people. Normal everyday people are the ones getting harassed. It's very sad. It's very sad.
Community. None of them had anything to do with what happened in Salem.
Yeah, no camera, right? No cameras. Because they're going to offer you like $2,000 and tell you to shut the fuck up. And if you don't accept that $2,000, they're going to claim that they tried to help you and you didn't want the help, right? It's just it's absolute nonsense. It's nonsense. It's like paying somebody that's worked at your company 30 years, paying them a severance package of like 2 months of work, and then being like, that's bullshit, right? And then they've been like, well, sorry, we tried. You're fired anyway. Kill yourself. That's kind of the idea, right?
And yet their stores have been review bombed. Their employees, some of them teenagers working their first jobs, have been cornered, recorded, and harassed. Their families have been frightened. Many of our locations have received bomb threats, extensive hate mail, and death threats. Family members have been confronted. Innocent, hardworking people are being hurt.
Yeah, and this dude, this is crazy. It's like shades of Jeremy Hambley, right? And let me explain what I mean by that. He's like, okay, we have all these people that work in our stores that's not involved in this drama that are getting hurt. Then why are you not fixing it? Right? It's like when Hambley would tweet out that all of his co-hosts, their families are getting harassed. And I'm like, for one, no one really believes that. I don't think they have, mate. No one really believes that. And two, if that's true, why do you keep adding fuel to the fire to increase more harassment on the people you supposedly care about? When you could come out and make a statement day one, turn on a camera day one, go to social media and be like, this situation blew up out of proportion and we are prepared to fix it immediately. And we've looked over the situation and the Manziels deserve to be fairly compensated. So we're going to offer them, the appropriate amount for their collectibles and document everything. And I would make sure it's a substantial amount and shake hands and walk away. But they don't want to do that. Okay. Because they have this weird urge to fight back against the wall of social media, which you really just can't do. It's just not a thing. You're not going to win, baby. You're not going to win. All right. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, there's a guy in a basement that's more passionate about this shit than you are. I promise you. I'm very, very confident that's the truth. Okay. I'm confident as hell that that's what's happening right now. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue.
No doubt incited by online profiteers. I want every one of our franchise owners to hear this directly from me. I see you. I'm sorry you're carrying this. You did nothing wrong, and you did not deserve what has been directed at you. We are here for you, and we are not going anywhere. To the customers and partners we love and who have stood by their local Bricks and Minifigs store through all of this, thank you. You are the reason these families keep showing up every day and why they keep doing what they do for you. To the LEGO community, we deeply regret the confusion and toxicity that has been created by a few. And I'm here to say that we hear you and understand why the one-sided narrative may have led you to outrage. The facts are becoming clear and the whole and real truth is unfolding. And at this time, I want to acknowledge that we are striving to refine our processes and we have a renewed commitment to excellence for the benefit of all. And everyone else watching, if you genuinely care about the Mansell family getting a fair outcome, the best thing you can do right now is encourage Brian to come to the table. Brian, please join us at the table to work this out. We're ready when you are to find a solution.
Yeah, the solution should be give them a extremely fair compensation for it. Unloved Zombie with 1,000 jewels. Look at the corgi on my screen. He's just running around. Thank you, Unloved Zombie. So that was his statement from yesterday. Okay, so now he's saying it's Brian Manziel's responsibility to come to the table. Keep in mind that's the guy that has been robbed of all of the money and all of the minifigs and Legos that he's put on consignment at the franchise store, Bricks and Minifigs. Why is it his responsibility to fix the situation? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you need to come to us and help us fix this. It's like, bro, you need to make a statement that you're going to give me $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Why would it be his responsibility? Dude is clearly rubbing his nipples while addressing the camera. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, let's continue. So that was his statement. So then the body cam footage started to roll out. I will say this, though, about the body cam footage. It's so strange because originally the body cam footage is of a different employee for Bricks and Minifigs. Okay. And then he gets on the phone with the CEO and the CEO starts making up the most insane shit I've ever heard to encourage the police to arrest the YouTuber Reckless Ben for documenting the situation. Okay. Which would be kind of equivalent, in a smaller scale to, let's say, Nick Shirley getting arrested, by the local government. Tim Shirley. Or Nick Shirley, not Tim Waltz, which probably should be arrested, let's be fair. But still, the body cam footage spans several different clips. So here's the first of it right here.
All right. She's been trespassed.
Right, hold on. Officer Sunbot is back.
Okay. She's been trespassed. talking with him, he's telling me a different story.
He's bald.
Again, I don't know all the specifics of your case. He is very adamant that he wants to serve you with papers. Okay.
That's fake. That's illegal. You can't pretend to be a process server.
So
you can't. That's illegal.
It's illegal to sue him, you see.
I've explained to him that you don't want to be served papers. He's got to figure something out. If it's, again, I don't know if there's an actual case right now in Oregon.
It's a Class A misdemeanor to impersonate a process server in the state of Utah.
So right now,
I want her arrested for impersonating the process server.
So right now,
he's making the rules, boys.
I've explained that to them and explained that he needs to go a whole different route about this and to not come onto your property as well as her.
No. I can't just go and pretend. I can't go print up fake documents and go try to process serve people. That's illegal.
Okay. Have you two been to court before?
No, he can't. No, he's a YouTuber.
Okay, you've never been to court with him.
No.
So these papers that he printed up are
fake.
fake.
Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion %.
Okay, never been to court with him or
never
anyone
been to court.
associated with
Nobody's ever been to court.
Okay.
He's a YouTuber.
Okay, what was the reason behind your store closing this month?
His harassment and
You guys
vandalism.
shut it down?
Yeah.
Okay, so on your own accord, you guys
On
shut
my
it down.
own accord. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And that's the story they're sticking behind. So then it escalates to where he calls the CEO right here. Let me find it. Where's the CEO at? Where are you at, baby? There he is. So he then calls the CEO, and the CEO makes some pretty outlandish allegations here, which is very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. By the way, make sure you do me a favor and like the show. Hit that like button. Give it a B. Give it a B. Give it a good old-fashioned B. Spam a bee or two. I like when the bees come. When the bees come out to play. All right, here we go. So here's when the CEO gets on the phone, by the way. And the CEO goes absolutely just bananas with allegations. It's absolutely insane. Here we go.
And this is Hammond. I'm with the corporate office.
He's the CEO.
Oh, hi.
So what's happened is we had a former franchisee that entered into an invalid consignment agreement with us.
So keep in mind, they're claiming that it's the old franchise owner's fault over and over and over, even though they have since taken command of the store and absorbed the store corporately, which in my opinion doesn't matter, but still they're more at fault now because they're not willing to fix the situation. But corporate has absorbed the store now. So they're still blaming this random franchisee owner that doesn't even live in America anymore.
Completely separate person. That person sold their Lego sets and didn't pay the person that they. And this has nothing to do with Mr. Schneider. Mr. Schneider is just a YouTuber that got a hold of the story and then went to this guy and said, "Hey, if I can harass these guys and if I can do some stuff and get some money out of them, will you pay me some of that money?" And that's what they're trying to do. Is the individual who actually owes the money left the United States. They were one of our franchisees. They were terminated as a franchisee for violating all sorts of rules. They then fled to Europe somewhere. And so we've been trying to deal with this situation. We've been trying to help the person up in Oregon, but because we found out later that they've been all working together to try and force some money out of us.
So what the CEO is claiming here, the CEO is claiming that the YouTuber is working with the Mansell's to just get money out of bricks and minifigs, and then they're going to split the money. Okay. Now, I have no idea where this allegation is coming from. He's claiming they're going to extort money out of them somehow, and then they're going to split the money down the middle or something. It sounds kind of like they're making shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Had our attorneys working on it. We've been in contact with the Marion County Sheriff's Department, the Marion County District Attorney, the Kaiser, and this is all up in Oregon. And then they started flying down here, coming to our corporate offices, and now they're heading to our staff and other individuals' personal residences to just harass and continue to try and extort money out of them. And so there's already a case in Provo because they've been passing fraudulent documents up in Oregon He created a fake contract, forged a manager's signature up there, threatened to kill her, all sorts of things. And all of this.
And there now the CEO is claiming that the YouTuber Reckless Ben threatened to kill the manager at this store. I'm so freaking confused, brother. I am so confused. I'll pull it up in a minute. I like them low. Thank you. Yeah, just claiming they're going to kill him now. Like, what? Oh my gosh, I like them low with a huge $20 super chat. Oh my God. He's coming in strong. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Says, watch Scott Schaefer's video and Ben, in this situation is pretty interesting. I'll watch it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much for coming in strong with the first Orange Boy of the night. Shout out to my man. Shout out to my man. I like him low. Hell yeah. Almost a tenth of the way to Naked Snake with one swish. Thank you, brother. Shout out to I like him low. Give him some love. Give him some bees, damn it. I need the bees. Give me the bees. All right, let's continue.
While he's wearing glasses that have a camera in it. I don't know if you see the camera.
Is he wearing the glasses today?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing the glasses. Yeah, so you're on YouTube.
So he's filming you guys. He's filming everything, and he's trying to put all this stuff together to put together an additional extortion attempt on us. Okay. So that's what they're doing. And he like, if you go to his channel, Reckless Ben, that's what he does. He just goes around and he does stupid things, and he harasses people, and he chops and screws up all of this footage. And that's all he's trying to do is get footage right now. He's just trying to get more footage to put more videos out there to get more clicks and likes.
Yeah, this is all legal, by the way. You can film people, okay? Filming people falls under, in a public location, filming people falls under the First Amendment in the U.S., right? It's very, very important. Also, making videos is not illegal either, okay? None of these things are illegal. Making a video about somebody isn't considered harassment. You know what I'm saying?
He has nothing to do with this case other than he just, and he was the one who vandalized the store over the weekend, along with Mr. Mansell, who's the original person consigned to a completely different entity. So they just know that, you know, like, because that other person, that other party, they went bankrupt and don't have any money, they're just going after somebody else that they think they can just extort money out of.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Insane. And from what I gather, these police officers completely took all of this at their word, from what I can tell. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It never stops. It never stops. Just like I like them low. It never stops, brother. Never stops.
So no, I'm not accepting service from him. Okay. Absolutely not. It's fake.
Okay.
It's not real.
That's completely fine. You have that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You okay if I give these papers to him?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Hang tight.
He's claiming the lawsuit isn't real.
All right. So who came to your door today?
The girl.
The girl. Did Ben come on your property?
No, but according to Sandy Police Department, it doesn't matter for stalking charges. If he keeps sending, if he's the one that's initiating her or somebody, because he's trespassed from the property, he knows he can't come here. But he has YouTube followers. He has kids that are just happy to be part of Ben Schneider, Reckless Ben's YouTube channel. So he convinces them to come to my house. Every single day we're going to have this interaction until we put an end to it. It's stalking.
Yeah.
You're coming up to my house taking pictures inside the windows?
Yeah. So again, I'm in agreement with you. I don't think that's acceptable. I don't know the full story behind this whole thing. Again, I just got what you just told me.
He's just a YouTuber.
We're gonna. Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just get
Have
her?
you looked at the papers?
It looks like it's just instructions on some kind of Oregon claims court, civil court.
I've talked to the Kaiser Police Department. There's nothing filed. They did this before. They faked, like they got old entities, or I don't know how they just faked lawsuits, right? And they served them at the store there. And then of course it got thrown out of court. So now he goes on YouTube. Oh, see, look, we got this lawsuit on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all for YouTube. So no, I'm not accepting service from him. Okay. Absolutely not. It's fake.
Okay.
It's not real.
That's completely fine. You have that right.
Yeah.
That would be nice though, if you could just always say that if you get served. Yeah, Anthony, exactly. If it's a fake lawsuit, then taking it or not taking it doesn't matter, right? Purple Cassius has thrown out of court. Bro just said they've never been to court. Exactly.
So we're going to look into a couple things on our end regarding some of these previous cases.
I was downstairs on a call. My wife said, I think they're coming in. So then I'm like, shit, I don't trust these guys.
Mhm.
My family, my kids are scared. My daughter's flipping out.
Yeah.
My wife is scared. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to work. I'm on a call. She's like, I think they're coming in. All right.
I gotcha. Yeah.
What the hell are we going to do? Because he tried coming in the door yesterday. What do I do?
Again,
What do I do?
I'm not sure what to do on your end. I don't know the full story, but we're going to look into some of these previous cases and see what we can do on our end just to hopefully resolve this for you.
We could call the Sandy Police Department, and I don't know if you guys can coordinate. And maybe they've got some statutes that they're working on.
Well, that's going to be a different city, so we'll deal with what we can right here. But again, I'm going to look into those previous cases, and I'll be back with you. Okay.
At least the cops aren't being psychos. Although Reckless Ben did get arrested, apparently.
Well, this isn't Salt Lake County. This is Utah County. We do things differently down here. So if I wanted to, I can push things.
What does that mean? What does that mean, sir? What do you mean? Push things? What does that mean? It's a little spooky. I'm just going to put it out there. It's a little spooky what you just said. We can push things, brother. Push them to new heights. New heights. By the way, if you did not know, Bricks and Minifigs filed a lawsuit against the YouTuber Reckless Ben. Check this out. So it says, Bricks and Minifigs have filed a lawsuit against Reckless Ben, Brian Manzel, Lego owner, and others on May 27th to save face. Bricks and Minifigs also stated that the collection was exaggerated and was really closer to $60,000 or $80,000, but the collection is well over $200,000. Interesting. Bricks and Minifigs is suing for defamation, disparagement, civil conspiracy, stalking, trespassing, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Just when you think it can't get any worse, the corruption continues. It says Schneider's videos claim Bricks and Minifigs owners have tried to intimidate him and Manzel into not filing lawsuits, saying that the company would drag them out only because it knows it couldn't win a lawsuit. However, on May 27th, Bricks and Minifigs and its actual owners filed a lawsuit in Utah's 4th District Court against Schneider, Manzel, and others, seeking over $300,000 and accusing them of defamation, disparagement, conspiracy, stalking, trespass, and intentional inflict of emotional distress. So they're claiming they don't want to be involved in a lawsuit, and then they turn around and sue these people, Reckless Ben, Manzel, for over $300,000, which is more than the Legos even are worth. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Jay Crane, they're doing this over the GoFundMe. Exactly. Right? Because there's the GoFundMe that's for the Manzels, right? Which is right here. It says Reckless Ben has successfully raised over $300,000 for the family who had their Lego collection allegedly stolen by Bricks and Minifigs, far exceeding the initial value of the collection. Here it is right here. Look at look at his fucking face. Look at his face. Look at he's laughing. Oh my gosh. It says Brian and his 83-year-old father spent the last decade building an incredible Lego Star Wars collection together, and their shared passion resulted in 780 sets and more than 1,200 minifigs, $329,000 raised. Okay, but it doesn't stop there, because Bricks and Minifigs also wanted the Patreon. Where the hell did it go? I had it up here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Got Hasan's face. They were trying to pressure the Patreon to remove the same thing. Here you go. All right. So here it is right here. So the Patro Jack Conti delivered a message to Bricks and Minifigs after they sent an official takedown request for Reckless Ben's video. Okay, here we go.
Dear creator community, my name is Jack Conti, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. On May 29th, Patreon received an official takedown request filed by Bricks and Minifigs for media and accounts related to Reckless Ben and an ongoing dispute regarding a local Lego consignment issue. This is the verified complaint with exhibits. This is the request for immediate content removal pursuant to temporary restraining order. And this is the motion for the temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction. So after an extensive review and investigation by Patreon's trust and safety team, we have in fact, unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. We're keeping Ben's page up. And if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't like that, they can sue us.
Based Jack Conti. Based as hell. Look at his face. Based. This is the face of a based man. Not first base, second base, or third base. Based. All based. Look at his face. Yeah. Yes. So basically what Bricks and Minifigs is trying to do here is they're trying to remove all income streams from Reckless Ben. They're trying to just destroy his life. Okay. They're vindictive. They're angry. And they're jealous of the outpouring of support from social media and people that care about these situations, and people that care about the Manzels and care about what's fair and what's just, right? And they're not okay with the fact that they're just keeping their money. And then they're also trying to sue them for $300,000 in emotional distress. And also they're trying to get Reckless Ben's YouTube, Patreon page, and everything else taken down. They're trying to get it all taken down at the same time. All your base are belong to us, Raven. Take them all down. That's what they're trying to do. Kill them all at the same time in a row. Well, it's not going to work, boys, because there's too much. There's too much. You can't beat the internet, brother. You can't beat the internet. It's not something you can do. It's never been done before. It's if you're fucking around, you're going to find out. It's the rules. It's the law of the internet. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do about it. All right. So then let me see if this goes through the CEO. Yeah, that's the CEO. Okay. So let me make sure this has.
Then they started flying down here, coming to our corporate offices.
Okay.
Story.
All right. So here's some more of the footage here, just so we can have it.
And then went to this guy and said, "Hey, if I can harass these guys and if I can do some stuff and get some money out of them, will you pay me some of that money?"
So here he's falsely claiming that Reckless Ben admitted to starting a harassment campaign to force and extort Bricks and Minifigs out of money so he could split it with the Manzels. That's what he's claiming right here. I'm not sure where he got this, but that's literally what he's claiming.
Personal residences to just harass and continue to try and extort money out of them. And so there's already a case in Provo because they've been passing fraudulent documents up in Oregon. They created a fake contract, forged a manager's signature up there, threatened to kill her.
They forged a manager's signature and then threatened to kill her, apparently. I need to see the footage of this. Where's the footage of Reckless Ben threatening to kill a manager of one of these stores and then forging their name on a document? Like, what is this?
Her, all sorts of things. And all of this while he's wearing glasses that have a camera in it. I don't know if you see the
Is he wearing the glasses today?
CIA.
Yeah, he's wearing the glasses. Yeah, so
yeah,
you're on YouTube.
So he's filming you guys, he's filming everything, and he's trying to put all this stuff together to put together an additional extortion attempt on us. Okay. So that's what they're doing. And he like, if you go to his channel, Reckless Ben.
I got to be honest here. I think Reckless Ben could sue for defamation at this point. I think the Manzels could sue for defamation at this point. At this point, Brick and Minifigs, a corporate company worth over $400 million, is making allegations that Eric Manzel and Reckless Ben, the YouTuber, are threatening to kill people and forging documents and forging manager signatures and making fake lawsuits. That sounds like defamation to me, brother. That sounds like defamation to me. All they're saying you did was you kept Legos, you sold them, you said the consignment was false, you owe them money, and they're here to figure it out. All of that seems kind of true on the surface. Even the CEO came out and said, we're trying to solve this. Sounds like there's nothing to solve from your perspective. right? Why did the CEO make a statement saying we're trying to resolve this? Trying to resolve what? Because from what you're saying on the phone here, there's nothing wrong and you're just a victim. Why would you want to solve things? I'm very confused. Can't be both. Can't be both. Radius Fear says it's not forgery. She signed it on a cell phone. Well, that's probably what they're trying to lean on. Well, here in Utah, you got to sign it. You got to sign it in front of me in the church. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to lean on a lot of stuff. It's my money and I need it now. Speaking of money, I like them low. Thank you, brother, for your orange boy. I appreciate you. Pink and red from a rainbow night. Almost a 10th of the way to the naked steak for the 626th show in a row. And super chats. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Shout out to PS2 Chopper for 20 gifted memberships. I love you, baby. I love you. All right, let's continue. Boys.
That's what he does. He just goes around and he does stupid things and he harasses people and he chops and screws up all of this footage. And that's all he's trying to do is get footage right now. He's just trying to get more footage to put more videos out there to get more clicks and likes. He has nothing to do with this case other than he just, and he was the one who vandalized the store over the weekend, along with Mr. Mansell, who's the original person who consigned it to a
Are they claiming them holding up signs is them vandalizing a store? Is that what they're claiming?
completely different entity, a different party. So they just know that, like, because that other person, that other party, they went bankrupt and don't have any money, they're just going after somebody else that they think they can just extort money out of.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you had, the store had any sort of lawsuit filed against them by this Ben Schneider or the Mansell?
No. So again, on fraud that the Marion County District Attorney's office is looking into, they filed multiple small claims court claims against a completely separate entity, and they used fictitious names to do so. All of the cases were then dropped because of it, and but none of them were filed against the actual individuals.
Okay.
They weren't filed against Josh or his entity. They weren't filed against us and our entity. They were filed against completely either fictitious entities or otherwise, but they're fraudulently filing things with the state in order to make it look legitimate when he puts his videos out online.
Gotcha.
And he's done this at least, I think, in 2 other instances with individuals who ended up, filing lawsuits against him.
Okay.
So that's what we're working on right now with our own attorneys is going after him and his stuff. But no lawsuits have been filed against us, against Josh and his entity, or against any of the parties that he's claiming. But we're working on our lawsuit to file against him and all individuals that associate with him, including the former franchisees and Mr. Mansell, who are all colluding together to try and extort money out of us.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle really is casually accusing them of vandalism, slinging lies left and right. Yeah. And people are asking, why are the cops just believing this on the surface? And a lot of people are mentioning because they're all Mormon or something, right? Game On Metalon says, hey, everyone, hope you're doing great and having a great day. Thank you, Game On Metalon. I appreciate you, baby. We are doing great. We're having a great ass time. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Game On Metalon. All right, it's time. It's time for some bees. And then we're gonna bring up the Schaefer video talking about this. Because I want to know. I want to know. You bastard bee. There they are. I could have probably just hit copy and paste, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. Here we go. Thank you. The Mormons. Those damn Mormons, they have it all figured out. No. So at any rate, that's the Bodycam footage that had just released of them making just insane allegations, claiming that they threatened to kill a store owner. I don't understand what any of this is going on. I have no idea what's going on with all of this. Who threatened to kill a store owner? They forged documents from said store owner. None of it makes sense. It all seems completely out of the ass. Insanity. Absolute insanity. But let's pull up this video so you can get a little bit more insight on this and understand what's really going on here. You know what I'm saying? Kind of seems like bullshit. Yeah, don't autoplay YouTube. It's fine. Just autoplay a random video. All right. I don't like smug face. I don't like their smug face, Taylor. Me neither. Me neither. All right. So check it out. Here is the truth. The truth. It says the truth behind Reckless Ben and the the Lego series. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's see what he has to say, because I think he's going in the other direction on it. Odin says, any advice on any YouTuber? Just start and don't stop ever. You just start and you don't stop. All right, let's see what this guy has to say. He has a lot of dislikes, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Let's see what he has to say. All right. This is the most wild story ever. Oh my God. It's a wild, dude. Game on Medalon says, I used to be a Mormon when I was young. When I was 12, I got into a fight inside the church defending a girl that was getting bullied. Interesting. Okay, so you know what? Actually, interesting thing you brought up there. I went to a Church of Latter-day Saints when I was younger. We'll legal mindsets first, because I wanted to pull that up. When I was younger, I went to a Latter-day Saints church, and I was so young, I was like 10 years old, so I didn't know really what was going on. It seemed like every other church. I just remember everybody being nice, and that was the last time I ever went. I mean, it was like a 2-time thing. I think we went twice when I was a kid. I just went wherever my parents told me to go, right? But yeah, it was fine. Everybody was nice. And that was it. Although I have to say the South Park episode of Mormonism is probably the most wild shit. It's the funniest and craziest shit ever, because a lot of it's true. All right, big shout out to I Like 'Em Low, the top dog of the day on the super chat train. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my boy. We're up against 626 naked snake in a row today on the stream. We're almost a 10th of the way there with I Like 'Em Low, Game on Medalon, Intimidator, Atari, and Taylor. PS2 Chopper. Appreciate you guys for supporting your tiny little, mostly gay YouTubers. Appreciate you.
We're going brick by brick as we analyze the Bricks and Minifigs case and all of the
Let's see what Andrew has to say about this.
law and crimes involved in this. Of course, this is the Legal Mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. Now, this is something that has slammed my inbox, and there are so many legal questions, different areas of both civil law, criminal law, regulatory law, that I found this very fascinating, but it took me some time to put together this announcement.
Matt Sicilian for 8 months says they were the first to call. Why are you talking in all caps? They are the first to call the cops. Is that how that works? Look, I don't call the cops very often, so I don't know how it works. So you're saying if somebody's the first to call the cops, they just believe you, and then they arrest the other people no matter what? That would make sense in that one UK stabbing recently. CPP, how you doing, buddy? Here we go.
But this could not possibly be more perfect down my wheelhouse, as a corporate attorney, I dealt with pretty much all of these issues. This is a content creator, Reckless Ben, who decided to take on the company of Bricks and Minifigs, which is a company selling Legos. Now, how this breaks down is essentially there was a consignment agreement with one Brian Mansell and the former franchise owner of a local branch, a local franchise of Bricks and Minifigs. And for those that don't know, franchises are not owned by the corporation. So as a corporate,
although the franchise that in question was absorbed by the corporation, as far as I'm aware. So I don't know. Is it cult like Scientology? It's worse. I don't know, man. I've watched some documentaries on both, being pretty wild. You know what I'm saying?
Attorney, one thing we constantly would say, one thing that is very much true, is you will constantly shift the blame between corporate and the franchise. The corporation will say it's always the franchise fault, right? That's something you have to talk to the franchise owner, and the franchise owner will say, take it up with corporate. That's a corporate issue. That's in our contract, etc.
Man, that's a get out of jail free card. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of eBay and PayPal. If you ever sold on eBay, if you ever had an issue, eBay would tell you to go to PayPal, and PayPal would tell you to go to eBay, and they would make you go back and forth 600 times. It's the weirdest shit in the world. I had to do that so many times when I used to do eBay stuff 20 years ago, it seems like.
So that game of back and forth is very, very, very much tried and true here. And we see that play out in this case.
Finally, she gave me an answer of why she can't help me.
Who's supposed to be getting a hold of corporate?
Basically, what the manager's saying is that if someone did steal the Legos, it wasn't her, it was corporate. And this was corporate side of the story.
You have to talk to the store owner.
Now, this...
Damn. Sorry, you got to talk to somebody else that's not me. Sorry, brother. No, thank you. 3412. Yeah, I remember I stopped selling stuff on eBay when I was 20 because it got, I don't know if it was just the how eBay was operating at the time, but half of the people that bought stuff from me would just like request a refund after it was shipped and say they never got it. And then I would show shipping information to eBay and they would still side with them. And it happened like 3 out of 5 sales one week, and I just stopped. I just like deleted it all. So this is stupid as fuck, brother. They're just like, yeah, we just side with the seller. I'm like, okay, all right then, never mind. So I just stopped.
All really goes down to what a consignment is. And really, that's what you need to understand here. So a consignment is essentially when one person is holding something on behalf of somebody else. In this case, it was over $200,000. That's the disputed value. Now, Bricks and Minifigs, the franchise owners, they dispute that number, but the man sells Reckless Ben, their number is 200K. So let's go with the higher number. So a lot of Star Wars Legos were very valuable. Now, consignments are what's called a security interest, and those are regulated by the Uniform Commercial Code, which has been adopted in Oregon. Under that code, the property remains under the superior title, meaning the ownership of the consignor, so the person that signed it over, even though it's being held by another person. The problem with this is the telltale maxim, possession is 9/10 of the law. So even though there's this agreement, the physical product is being held by somebody else. So you have to wonder what they're going to do with that product. And in this case, something very, very wrong did indeed happen.
They sold them all and they kept the money. Damn. That's what indeed did happen.
Almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face.
So what likely happened here, which is something...
Damn, brother. They're vicious. Vicious, I tell you.
That Ben's videos don't make clear is that after this consignment was made, essentially they quickly sold off that property to make cash. And once they made that cash, they either use that for operating expenses because the store wasn't making enough money. A lot of times stores will just make money on one high ticket item or one thing that sells well. And that's really what's keeping them afloat. They're really not making a lot of money. So, hey, they go and liquidate this inventory, these Star Wars Legos, because, hey, they belong to really somebody else and they're not going to come after us right away. And they may not have the resources, so we may be able to strong arm them. So they sell those off quickly, take the cash and essentially flee. But essentially those Legos are mostly gone and they've likely taken the profits from those Legos already. And the whole purpose of Ben's video, which is...
And here you go. So what is the appropriate response? If it was me, if I was the CEO, my happy ass would cut a check immediately. It would suck ass. I'll put it out there. It'd suck cheeks. It would not feel good. It would make my P&L scream from the rooftops. But it's the only thing you can do in that situation. Right? It's the only thing you can do. And what they likely thought was going to happen was nothing. Right? Nothing. What they likely thought was going to happen is they could just ignore the guy and it would just go away. And then they got too lost in the sauce and now they're just fighting every single person that comes up to them. You know? That's what happens, man. That's exactly what happens. Irakai is Judas Furry. Judas. All right, that's pretty funny. I had to reach inside my soul to realize what you were saying.
To get the Legos back is likely never going to happen because those Legos are likely mostly gone and sold.
They're gone. No one has the Legos. They got the money. They spent the money, and now they don't want to give anybody the money.
Off for cash. That's a lot of times what will happen in these agreements, particularly when you have a party with more power, like a larger corporation or even a small business versus an individual. They can feel like, hey, you're not actually going to take me to court on this, and we're going to get away with this.
And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms, and goes, let me tell you what's going to happen. If we go to court, we're going to drag this thing out so long, and you're going to end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten on it.
So despite retaining superior title,
and that is what corporations do. Now, I think all of you are likely highly aware of this, but corporations will unironically just keep something going in court for years and years and years to completely destroy someone financially, right? That's their whole point. And the way they kind of get their way is they threaten people with that, right? They threaten people that they were going to ruin you financially, therefore you can't do anything.
They took those away from them. Now, the franchise owner had several arguments here related to the consignment. First of all, they said, hey, we're going to keep these as store property because this consignment was illegal. We're not allowed to do consignments based on our corporate contract. Well, that's a whole separate problem. And that would also put the people that originally engaged in that on the hook with individual liability because they would have entered into an illegal contract, right? So that would have been on them for breach of contract, unjust enrichment, conversion. These are all civil claims. And by the way, I want to correct Reckless Ben. Throughout his video, he constantly uses civil crime and criminal crime. There's no such thing as a civil crime. That's not a thing. There's a civil claim, right? A civil claim is a claim for money, a claim for damages, but it's not a crime. If you are guilty of found to have liability in civil court, they find you guilty in civil court, you're liable for money, but that does not make you a criminal. And this is very important, particularly for Ben, because he uses this word recklessly, dare I say, as in his name, which may put him on the hook for defamation.
Yep. A single word. Irikias with a gold boy. Oh my God. Give him some B's in the chat for throwing down on your boy. I appreciate you. Let me give you a, wait, what is this? This is probably a fart. Oh shit. That's not what we want. We don't want to fart. There you go. Irikias, the gold boy king. Thank you so much, brother. That means a lot to me. I love you. I will share my orange chicken with you as soon as I see you. He says, my guess of what happened is that the inventory was found without origin and not properly in inventory, and someone sold it to pocket the money behind corporate's back. Yeah. And now no one's wanting to foot the bill or take the responsibility for it, right? They're all just going to be like, we don't know what happened. It's fine, right? It was someone else's fault. Contact the store. Contact corporate. That's what they're trying to do here. Someone else's fault. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Thank you, Eric Koss. I love you, buddy. I appreciate you. Shout out to Eric Koss, everybody. Atari Junkie. That's exactly what happened. Ignored him for 2 years. Exactly. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. You right on the money, baby. Get quack. There you go. Give him the bees. Here, I'm going to give you some bees. Copy, paste. Whoa, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control B. Oh! All right, whatever. All right.
Repeatedly calls people using criminal language interchangeably with civil language. And that's a problem because when you accuse somebody of a crime, that can be defamatory. And that may put Ben on the hook for defamation for continually using criminal language. Now, the other thing that the franchise owners tried to get off the hook with was saying they're not aware of the consignment. But in Ben's own videos, we saw them eventually confess to this.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there. We're happy to give your stuff back.
Next is really the
interesting. So they claimed they didn't know about it, but then they said they knew about it. Oh no. They're on video being told about consignment. There are photos of Brandon standing behind the collection being documented the night the store was seized. Oh my God, brother.
Thing that they should have done with this, which is go after them for conversion, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment. Now, I know they make a big point of going to court is expensive, but what they don't mention, and my first thought, and the thought of almost all the lawyers that I talked to on this, when I talked to my colleagues on this, was find somebody who will work on contingency. Contingency means a percentage of the recovery. There are plenty of lawyers out there, in fact, I know many of them, that will take these cases based on a percentage of recovery, especially if there's strong backup, there's strong evidence to back this up and say, yeah, no, this is a good claim. We're going to take this. We're not going to require a massive retainer, and we're going to take a percentage of the return, right? Now, you might have to pay out 30% of the return, whatever, 25% of the return, some higher percent, but hey, they're willing to take the case, and you're willing to get a good portion of your money back from this eventual W. There's other
Conan says the amount of evidence against them is insane. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Issues that were brought up in this, and these are ones that Ben created himself. The first one is Ben's sham contract. Now, Ben himself eventually admits this is not a legal contract, but Ben tried to put together a contract that said that they could not trespass him from the property, and for every time they called the police, they owed him $5,000.
I made a contract with Amanda that says I, Ben Schneider, should not be trespassed in all of these legal words for any circumstance whatsoever and for literally any reason, including a clause that says for every police officer she calls on me, she owes me $5,000.
Now,
yeah, I don't know if that's going to hold up. Like, what if you walked up and slapped her in the jaws? You know? Sir, you can't be trespassed, right? Like, the police show up, hey, they can't trespass me. It's like, but you slapped her in the jaws. It's like, yeah, we have a contract. I can slap her in the jaws. Yeah, I don't know if that'd work. For literally any reason. What about a slap in the jaws? Apparently not. It's totally fine. Totally fine.
This is completely unenforceable 100%. You cannot have a contract executed by deception. And using a routine package delivery to get a signature doesn't work because that's what we call fraud in the inducement. You're inducing someone, you're tricking someone into a contract. There is no mutual assent. Now, once again, he brings up this duty to read law, but that doesn't apply at all for something where you have
no one can take a joke anymore. That's how you should take it, right? For literally any reason, right?
No idea you're signing a contract. You think you're signing for a delivery and you're actually signing a contract. There's no mutual assent, mutual agreement that, hey, we're entering into a contract here. You are tricking somebody. So no, that does not work at all. The other thing is terms in there like you can't call the police, you can't trespass. Those are both unconscionable and they cannot be contracted. You can never have a contract ever. And I've written thousands and thousands of contracts as a corporate attorney. It's something I am probably the master at writing contracts. There's no way to get immunity from crimes. Trust me, people, if we could contract out of crimes, lawyers would do it in a heartbeat. But you cannot do that at all. You cannot say you cannot call the police on me. You cannot say
we have a contract that I can stab her at any moment. It's totally legal, brother.
You can't charge me with trespass. That's not going to happen ever. So that's not a thing in a contract. Don't ever try to do that in a contract. Continuing on, Ben also had to see some criminal acts that while you may frame them as pranks, they were criminal acts.
You need to leave. Go ahead and leave, and I'm going to ask you one more time. This is the last time.
So after being told you need to leave, you're getting into issues of criminal trespass. A person does not have to give you a good reason to leave the property. They simply need to ask you to leave, and you should leave that property, or they're committing trespass. Now, one thing he does bring up is, I was just trying to serve them this lawsuit. I was trying to have this good faith conversation. Well, that's completely bunk because all of that could have been achieved through a professional process server. Now, he did have a process server with him. The problem was he was there. And actually, under the relevant local law, it says if you're an interested party, if you're somebody who is involved in a lawsuit as a plaintiff, as a defendant, as somebody who's interested in that lawsuit, you cannot function as the process server. So,
all right, Rakin, I'm gonna need you to calm down in the chat, brother, with your orange boy over here. Rakin with an orange super chat, $20 says I have a contract that says Camelot has to give me a reach around every time I see him. I mean, just because we've done that every time I see you, don't mean it's contracted. Okay. There may be something contracted. Oh, it's a joke, kind of. Thank you. I appreciate you, Rakin. Shout out to my boy, Rakin Knight, coming in strong with a $20 super chat. Give him some bees. I'm doing it. Bee time. We're giving him bees. Look at the bees. Not the bees. Not the bees. Spam the bees, boys. Who? Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Rakin, for the $20 super chat. Shout out to the Bee King himself, Mr. Rakin Knight. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at all the bees, boys. Give him some bees. Yeah. Fortunately, the church is paying the legal fees and BYU's best lawyers are on our side. Wait, well, hold on. What? The church is paying the legal fees. Thank God for that, right? Thank God for that. I love your name. That's hilarious. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Braken. I appreciate you, brother. Let's check it out.
Because he was suing them in small claims court, he is not a valid person to act as a process server or to be there when they're serving process. I know why he was there, but it actually worked against his case and ended up getting him in trouble. He should have left it to that process server. If he wanted to stick a body cam on the process server or something like that, he might have been able to do that, depending on the consent laws there. But that said, he might be able to record it, but not be there himself physically, because I think that is where the issues come up, and that's where the trespassing comes up. You also have potential disorderly conduct, which comes in for many of his pranks that he was pulling off.
And we did it. And the sign is way too small. What the heck, ChatGPT?
And targeted residential picketing, as well as several likely local ordinance violations. Remember, there's always going to be some local law that you're violating. That's always going to happen. The other thing is stalking. This comes up pretty clearly if you look.
It's like me when I drain my pool. They're always like, well, the people next door to me used to call the police on me all the time when I drained my pool, because they're like, you're not allowed to drain anything but rainwater. And I'm like, what the hell how the hell am I supposed to drain my pool? They gave me code violations literally like once a week. It was hilarious.
At their behavior, and you think about this through a lens of, well, what if these were just innocent people, even if they're not, right? You look at it as stalking because it's conduct causing reasonable fear for your safety or emotional distress. Typically, it has to be 2 or more actions, but they had a multitude of actions that they recorded in 4K of them going around, recording people, going to their houses, etc. That's going to look like stalking. That's not going to look good. So you've got all of these things that can come against Ben potentially, whether or not he can say he had this imprimatur, this kind of slight reason of serving that lawsuit. He didn't legally need to be the one to do that. And one thing that he does repeatedly here is act as if he's Mansell's legal representative. But he's not really in an official legal role. He's not their attorney. He's not a trustee in their case. He's not necessarily a process server, because he might not be qualified as a party to those small claims lawsuits. So he really doesn't have a role to play here in that. He's kind of creating this role, or he thinks he had this role to play as a representative.
A lot of people are also saying that the store owner and Josh accused Ben of having heroin or something, right?
Where he really doesn't. His main role, which he did work very effectively, was drawing publicity. The other big thing is his lottery.
I want everyone's attention. We're doing a Lego raffle. This Lego set is worth $1,000.
In Oregon, the lottery is highly regulated, and he went through a lot of steps and a lot of rigmarole saying he set up an official lottery.
All you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal, legit raffle.
Now, despite him saying this was a real lottery, this would likely be treated as regulators as a prank. And I know this because I've worked on actual lotteries and giveaways when working with companies for several years. But if you did analyze this as an actual lottery, Ben might actually be in trouble, because in this case, he knew when he started this that the Legos were in the possession of somebody else and he could not give those away. So from the beginning, he knew it was a fraud. He knew that he could not go in and get those Legos because he'd already been denied. Ultimately, he says he paid out the lottery because he felt like it was the right thing to do, but that is actually not the answer. He paid out the lottery just to keep himself out of actually getting in trouble here and actually sent to jail. Because if you end up running a real lottery knowing that you can't give somebody the prize, well, you're still going to be on the hook there whether or not you like it. So you might have to pay out that value of that item that you were going to give away, even if you're not going to give it away. So that's where you're going with that. So I would not be so flippant to run in and go start pretending to run a lottery and have people going out there thinking you can just run a scam lottery anytime. I think that's something that people need to be cautious of. And Ben was a little reckless with running that one. So what is the actual professional approach that should have been had here? Well, first of all, I think from the beginning, he should have used lawyers and process servers. Don't tag along to film. That actually can violate the local law. That actually can keep you from having an effective service of process, meaning giving someone the papers and starting that law.
I think the whole point of all of that is to bring attention on the social media side, which definitely worked, right? It definitely worked because everybody in the world is all over this, right?
So the other thing they could do is they could have filed reports with the regulatory entities, the BBB, the people that regulate the franchise owners, and support those by evidence. Submit those in to the people that regulate them and have them also come in and help come down on these people. The other thing is they could have brought in at some point a professional mediator or an arbitrator, somebody that could come as a go-between that's seen as neutral, seen as somebody who's going to be reasonable and not just be doing it for the clout, for the video, YouTube video, etc. Also, he did do a smart thing. I will give Ben credit that by itemizing and splitting things out for the small claims by breaking those into smaller amounts and then assigning those to different people, that is permissible. People do break things out and assign them, and that is permissible. But they could have also gone to get an injunction for a return of the property. And that would have been a very logical way to try to get that back really quickly, or at least prevent the sale of the existing inventory that they might still have and be trying to sell. The other thing is you really can't engage in what we call...
Hamilton says the Better Business Bureau can't do shit. Yeah. I was thinking that. I don't think the BBB, I don't think they really do anything. I got to be honest. I remember one time I bought something it was like a car part on a website, and I went to the BBB page about this website, and it was just a million like reviews or reports about how they were complete scam artists, and nothing ever happened. And I never got my car part, by the way.
In the law, self-help. And this video is all about vigilante self-help. It's about a YouTuber, a person who took things into his own hands. And there is a limit to that because eventually it can constitute harassment. And particularly when you run into a small town, whether it's the Mormon mafia or not, you are going to get pushback from the PD.
Often very dangerous line, which you end up a lot.
Yeah.
You could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Yeah.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here.
And what they did was certainly wrong and definitely needs to be investigated. There's a point at which you need to remove yourself from that, step back, and let the process take over. Let people who are professionals go in there and handle this, not you and your YouTube boys. In judgment, Brian Mansell's case is very sympathetic. I have a lot of sympathy in the Bricks and Minifigs case for what happened from them stealing from old people. That is absolutely wrong. And he was wronged here in his consignment agreement. He entered into an agreement and got shafted. And this does happen in business all the time. However, all of this could have been avoided likely if a lawyer willing to work on contingency would have found the Mansells before Reckless Ben. If they just got a professional in there, they could have handled this much more quietly than this. Now, maybe it wouldn't have the publicity it has, and that's something to be said about YouTubers covering this for publicity.
100%. 100%.
But at a certain point, it passed the line where there's things that are happening that are indeed criminal and possibly defamatory. The other thing that has come up here is the local police need to be investigated, and that goes without saying. They've done some things here that clearly are shady, involving potential excessive force, illegal stops, searches, bias, body cam footage destruction. There needs to be investigation by the state coming down, looking into that, saying, what are these local PDs doing? Because this is not following their procedures. I will agree with that part. So on that part, definitely the police are in the wrong, and it's a gross misuse of police resources when they can be used really anywhere else better than this. It also is not the job of the police to enforce the civil side, and the fact that they're willing to do things for their buddies and not willing to do things for these out-of-town YouTubers, while it may not be surprising, walk into any small town in America. I've lived in small towns in America and worked with local police. Yes, they will side with people that live there over outsiders, mainly because they're paying taxes and you're not. But beyond that, at a certain point, the PD are going to push back, and you should remove yourself from that and let the legal process take over. So while Ben may have done some good work for publicity and for people watching this, at this point, he's likely liable for defamation and certainly on the hook for several potential crimes. But I want to hear what you guys think in the...
All right. That was Legal Mindset's take on it. This is way more balanced than the other videos I've seen. Yeah, that was kind of... Well, this video was mainly covering what and if Ben could be held liable for anything. I think that was the whole point behind the video, and what he's going to talk about is the issue, is what's going on, right? So, well, I guess we'll see. But let's move on to the next one, and then we'll move on to Mr. Hasan Biker. Big shout out to Rakin Knight. Calignas Wolf, what's up, brother? Yeah, I got that one queued up. Where'd you go? Rakin Knight, I love you, buddy, for your orange boy. Thank you so much. Mr. Irakias, my boy. I like him low. Appreciate you. PS2 Chopper. Thank you guys for all the support tonight. I love you. I appreciate you. We're almost a fifth of the way to Naked Snake. Shout out to Renee Galars over 10 kicks. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Let's continue, man. What's up, Jim Satal? How you doing, brother? Hell yeah. Did someone get screwed out of Legos Depot Dubs? Yeah. So basically, a guy named Brian Menzel put like his mini figurines and his Lego Star Wars collections up for consignment at a local bricks and minifigs store. And then they just sold it and kept the money. And the dude's like, okay, what the hell? And the corporate side of bricks and minifigs are claiming that it was the franchise owner's fault. And he moved to Europe. He like escaped to Europe, right? And that's kind of what's going on right now. And then it became this whole big ass thing, So mini figurines is that not the right word? I'm sorry. I don't collect things. I've never seen the point in collecting stuff. I used to collect like PlayStation 1 and 2 and 3 games, but then I stopped, obviously. Renee Galarza with 1 gifted sub on Kick. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. All right. Damn, it sucks. No official contracts. Well, the corporate side of the bricks and minifigs claims they don't do consignments. Therefore, it's fraudulent, right? So that's their thought process on that, right? It's like, oh well, we don't do consignments, therefore it's a no-go. It's a no-go. Sorry, can't do anything about it, right? And that's kind of what they're relying on right now. So, all right. What's up, MA? How you doing? The epic pop. I have like 5 pop figures, and they were sent to me by people, which I appreciate. I appreciate y'all. It's been nice. It's been very nice to see. But, at any rate, I never collected them. I have known people, okay, that have spent tens of thousands of dollars on pop figures, and I will never understand it. And these people aren't rich, by the way. These people are not rich. They're just normal people that are living paycheck to paycheck, and they spend every last dollar on pop figures. I had one guy that his entire apartment was, every wall was lined with pop figures. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? It's like always like complaining about struggling with money. And I'm like, what are you doing? Ray says one of the main observations is that much of the PD case is nullified as it's based on fruit of the poisonous tree, wherein they built case actions based on things like bad stuff, among others. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thought you had none. Well, I forget how many I have because they've been sitting in my background for years. Years, I tell you. Pop headaches are real. Yeah, it's very strange. It's a very, very strange thing. Do me a favor before we move on and like the show. Hit that like button as hard as you can. Slap it in the face. Slap it. Yes, Herb. We watched all the body cam footage earlier. It's wild. Wild. So for a quick rundown. Wait, that's not the right. That's legal mindset still. So it says the reckless ban in Bricks Minifigs controversy says a YouTuber inherits $200,000 worth of Legos from his father. The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, Eamon McNeff, buys the retailer, steals the Legos. Reckless Ben requests Legos, CEO refuses, sells them instead. Reckless Ben sues and wins, but CEO refuses to pay. Reckless Ben travels to Utah to serve the CEO papers. Cops show up, arrest Reckless Ben, accuse him of stealing Legos and drugs. Apparently heroin or something, right? He is swatted at one point, nothing found. He didn't steal anything. Reckless Ben is held against his will for multiple days. Reckless Ben, by a stroke of luck, convinces judges to release him. Reckless Ben is unable to serve papers, flees to Mexico. Reckless Ben is now fighting to expose a massive Mormon conspiracy of insane proportions, hundreds of millions, and fraud that you would not believe, not to mention the police corruption. The CEO is risking a $400 million company millions in damages just so he can steal 200K of Legos. Utah gets exposed as the Mormon Israel. Ooh. He says it's the most insane case of blatant corruption, actual mafias, and a genuine sociopath CEO I've ever seen. It's very interesting shit. It's very, very interesting shit. It's very spooky. It's very spooky indeed. I don't get it. Oof. This guy right here says, this is interesting. He says he's a Bricks and Minifigs employee. He said your local Bricks and Minifig generates revenue to a corporate bully who weaponizes corrupt police and courts to steal from your local Lego community. Any revenue given to the local Bricks and Minifig store supports this behavior. Support small businesses, not BAM. And he's an employee, apparently. He's fighting to be out of a job very soon, for sure. Right? I don't know about that. I'm confused why he ran to Mexico, so he wouldn't be arrested unjustly by the police. I would imagine, right? The CEO looks like the kind of guy that would tell you his wife's boyfriend's cool. Oh, every time, brother. Every single time. Every time, man. No, thank you. Sonny Hard R, what the hell, baby? What's up? Where the hell you been? Where the hell you been, brother? All right, let's pull this up. Where'd that go? Sonny Hard R says, with a $2 super chat, where'd you go? Says, aren't you confusing Oregon with Utah Mormons? Well, there's the original franchise was in Oregon, right? But everybody else is apparently in Utah, right? That's where he traveled to serve those papers. Do franchises have any recourse against corporate for destruction of their brand? I am actually not sure. Thank you, Sonny Hodar. I appreciate you. I have no thing. I have no idea what's going on there. The CEO also did a really long, full interview, by the way, with a random, I shouldn't say random, but a YouTube channel. Just because I don't know it doesn't mean it's random. But with a YouTube channel where he answered a bunch of questions, which was very, very interesting. And I'll pull that up. Man. Sonny Hardar says, Guru says Mormon influence zones crosses borders often. Consider Colorado City, Arizona, Hydel, Utah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how it works. It is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Everywhere and nowhere. I don't know if we have mafias in Alabama. Like, I wonder what kind of mafias we would have. You know? Like, would it be it wouldn't be bikers. I guess it would be like meth heads. Like, we probably have a meth head mafia here in Alabama, right? That's what I think. The redneck mafia. You guys better watch out. All right. We'll invite you to our shindig, make you drink moonshine that's absolutely terrible and blacks you out immediately. That's the redneck way. Sipping on moonshine in somebody's open garage door in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what a mafia member would say. Yes, sir. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. All right. All right, here we go. So let's pull this up real quick. Night Call. I think the reason why Chody doesn't really like pop figurines is because they're modeled off his head shape. Of course. Of course. Thank you. My head's not that big. Please. Please stop. I can only take so much slander about my ginormous head. Okay, it's not my fault. Okay. All right. Where'd he go? I wish there was a better. All right, let's just pull this up. We're gonna pull this up anyway. So the CEO did a full interview about what was going on. And this will be very interesting. All right. Very, very interesting. We're almost at 300 likes. Make sure you spam that goofy ass like button. And we're almost a fifth of the way to Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. A pink and a red boy from a rainbow night and super chats. Shout out to all the boys. Appreciate you guys for supporting your big-headed redneck YouTubers. Thank you. Appreciate you. Shout out to all the boys. All right. Here we go. Boop.
Things are how they are, but you did ask, and you wanted to, and you're happy to get into Q&A and all that stuff, but you did say, and we agreed to. First off, thank you guys for agreeing that we don't have to submit any questions. I think that was great. So you don't know what's coming on that end, but you did ask to make a statement to kick things off, and we said we would hear the statement. And
Guru, what is a neon as it's trash? What does that mean? Neon as it trash. Neon. Oh, neo-Nazi. Oh, I was confused. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was reading. I'm very bad at reading.
Let's start there. If you want to intro, whatever you want to do, man, but the floor is yours.
Yeah, appreciate it. That's really helpful.
Yep.
So, yes, my name is Amnon McNeff, and you'll forgive me. I am reading this so that the statement can be clear and concise. But
all right, so this is his initial statement. So let's move past this.
And I really need to get that off my chest.
No problem. And so you had your statement there. Thank you for delivering that. Love the message around wanting to get them to the table. Let me just immediately jump on, like, how and when will we hear updates on that? It's in their plate. So will you put a post once he reaches contact? You know what I mean? Like saying it and then following through on it, I think is what people are concerned about.
Yeah,
you put the onus on them. But if they say, well, we tried and they didn't want to, how do we plan to combat that this next time?
Yeah, I want to be respectful, and I don't want to turn this into a circus. And so I appreciate that there's a lot of people invested in hearing what this looks like. But so any arrangements that are made, I would say that we would agree jointly how to publicize the arrangement.
To communicate it. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. So look, as you can imagine, you've seen a bazillion questions. We've gotten a bazillion. We have thoughts of our own and everything. And I really tried to aggregate them the best way we could. And so we'll just kind of ask those. I understand some stuff you can't answer due to legal reasons, but we're shooting our shot. And if you are able,
already a circus. Exactly. The CEO already made it a circus, man.
Cool. If you're not, but and again, I appreciate you stripping away like forms and prepared stuff. Dudes hanging out, talking, trying to resolve stuff. That's kind of the tone, right? Okay. Because we just want to make it clear too, because and I guess this is where saying at the top too. I mean, we have no formal relationship with Bricks and Minifigs. I just want to get that out there, right? You don't endorse us. We don't endorse you. We're not here purely for Bricks and Minifigs to build goodwill towards their brand. This is about letting you give your side of the story. And again, we're glad you guys are speaking up now because it was a steamroll. So I just want to be clear with everybody there. There is no arrangement. Everybody can say shill and whatever they want. Brent and I remain independent 1000%. We're not part of LAN. We're not part of Lego. We're not part of Bricks and Minifigs. We're fans of all this stuff, or can be. That's about it. Okay. So here's a fun one right off the rip. Speaking of Lego, has Lego said anything to you guys about this situation yet?
I don't have any official communications from Lego.
If I was Lego, I would not get involved with this at all. I don't know. Maybe make a statement. I don't know. It would be hard. It would be hard to say anything, I think. Daniel Robertson says we need a Ben and Nick Shirley collab. Shit. Sonny Hard R. Thank you, Daniel, by the way. Says Cody contracts his cheeks. Me. If is Naked Snake. What in the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, brother? I'm confused. I'm confused, brother. I'm already hard of reading, okay? I'm very hard of reading, and you make it so much harder for me sometimes. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Sonny RR, and thank you, Dan.
On the matter.
Okay. So they're seeing all these stories, and your primary contact has not said anything about the
Not that I've
publicity,
heard of,
or-
but I don't speak with Lego on a regular basis, so I haven't checked
okay.
in.
Someone on the team does, maybe.
Yeah, we have a whole department dedicated.
I'm just
to
curious, like if they're willing to, I don't know if help out's the word or whatever, you know, in the situation, but so that's just something people ask. Where's Lego at on this thing? What do you imagine they're at? Are they even paying attention?
Oh, I don't know. Like Lego's a big company. They're pretty big. And so we
thanks, Ryan.
We appreciate the work that they do and all the product that they put out there. But yeah, like we have a good relationship with them, but you know, they also tend to just let us do our business and we let them do theirs. So
there you go. So pulling the thread a little bit, I think we can all agree. Again, we all want the Lego back or the payments made, and you guys come to the table and all that stuff. And you did speak to your franchises, and obviously we have friends, and you know how every news travels. I know you guys have been making.
I feel like you could solve this without all of this. We want to do it, but no one's going to do it, right? I mean, if you wanted to solve it, you'd solve it, right? And he says Lego released a statement saying they aren't involved in this and didn't want smoke from it. Did they really though? Did they really? Yeah, if I was Lego, that would probably be the best thing to do. If people were really, really, really like wanting some kind of, I don't know. If people were pressuring Lego to say something, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe if they got enough heat, like somebody in the chat said, best thing they could do is just not say anything. Yeah, that's probably true, right? Sonny Hard R says, Miss Naked Snake in your cheeks are mine. What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm not in control, Sonny Hard R. I'm not in control, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Calls there, etc. Do you guys, going back to the franchise owner specifically, what do you have a plan? Are you working on a plan in place to make amends, reparations, whatever you want to call it, for the fiasco and like potential revenue loss that they've had over this thing?
I guess I'm not sure what you're really referring to. Like what
if the business being down as a result of some of the blowback. Like in those instances where it is there any?
I guess, yeah, I'm not aware of any situations in that capacity. So
again, it could be speculation. Just some people are saying like it's been down and maybe it is or isn't a result of this. I'm not sure either. This is what we're hearing.
Yeah, this is going to go the same route as like when people talk about Jeremy, like they talk about Jeremy and his coffee company. Jeremy's like, we've had our record best month ever. Right. And then he like giggles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I like
everything's good.
Yeah, haven't heard anything to the contrary. So
okay, but are there any plans? I mean, you mentioned there's a couple hundred locations. Are you guys doing like conference call? Are you planning on like reaching out to each one and giving them time, or are you just doing like an open door policy where they can?
Yeah, we've been trying to be as open and communicative as possible through the whole process. You know, and trying to gather all the documentation about the various issues that they may be facing, and just trying to help them work through that. As small business owners, it's hard enough already. Business is hard no matter what you do. Being a small business is 10 times harder than a lot of people think. And because these are independently owned and operated locations, they are running their own ship, and they hire their own employees. They have to deal with all the local regulations and rules. And this is like stuff that they had nothing to do with. That's tough on them. And it's hard for them to have to deal with that. That's and nothing that they deserve.
No, for sure. So if it's all independent, like beyond getting them set up, like what are you guys offering like an ongoing support for franchises?
Yeah. In franchising, the relationship starts. We have the branding, we have the vendor relationships, we have larger buying power, the ability to get other products cheaper. There's a lot of additional benefits, but even with websites or with different platforms, things that it might be cost ineffective for a single franchise to be able to utilize. Like we have access to data reports and things like that could cost tens of thousands of dollars a month for some independents, but utilizing a franchise system, we can spread that across a much greater pool, and it makes things more cost effective in that capacity. And there's lots of sharing back and forth of best practices and things.
Yeah, exactly, BB. It was on consignment, right? So they didn't legally own it, but they sold it. What's up, Mr. Schiff? How far into the saga are we? Well, we covered the body cam footage that came out a few hours ago. Brick and shits. That's what I should have called this whole time. We covered the body cam footage, of course, but this is the interview from the other day where the CEO basically said that he was getting death threats and shit, right? So, and I feel like that's the way a lot of people go to, right? So they're like, oh, I'm getting death threats. It's like, show them, no.
It's like that. Like a perfect example, the Big Mac was a franchisee innovation that then was shared with the franchisor and then was introduced to the entire brand. So there's great innovation that comes when you work together as a team.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it can go upstream too. Okay, so so as I was saying, I just want to get that part out about the franchises because I don't want that overlooked. The Mansell family, everybody that's been involved, has got the rough end of the stick. We want to acknowledge that first, and now we're going to kind of go into like some BAM specifics when it comes to like interactions with this whole situation. And so, first one off is what it was mentioned that there was a reasonable offer, I think, in a blog post sent to Brian to settle the matter. Can you speak to like what that was? Was it a dollar? Was it a straight dollar value based on what you guys thought it would be, or I guess tell me what that offer was as best you can.
Can you be more specific?
There was a blog post or reference. What was a reasonable offer has been made to Brian as payment to settle the matter.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's exactly it either, but I think what might have been
paraphrasing. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think what might have been referenced was, I think originally those that ended up taking over the store, they found some sets in their store that they thought, you know what, like there's no way for us to know this, but some of these match this spreadsheet. Let's just offer to give these to them. Like we have no documentation that says otherwise, but let's just offer to give these to them, like because this is what was left in the aftermath of the transition. It wasn't very much, but like they made the offer and said, hey, you can have all this. And that offer was not accepted at the time.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. It's like selling a 68 or putting a 68 Mustang on consignment. And then they're like, okay, it's gone, but we found a wheel. We found like a tire that you could have. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense. We've got, let's see. Just kind of looking at something else here. There were, I guess going back to that whole franchise, the franchise and franchisee relationship, it does seem that frequently when things go sideways, it's kind of like that was handled by the franchise. We kind of have, I don't know if you said like we don't have any control over that, but there's a lot that you do have control over, and that power is wielded, it seems like, when it needs to be. So like, is there anything that's going to change on that position? Do you feel like you kind of left them to fight their own fight when you say like, well, hold on, because it's like your name's on the door and you understand why the hate's going your way if you're the logo on the door, right? So is there anything that's going to change in that, or do you feel like it's still going to be very much this store made this decision, they're going to stick with it kind of deal on future situations?
No, we always have our franchisees attempt to reach out to us if there's an issue that they're facing, and we look at it. There are, like certain laws that prohibit us from actually stepping in certain roles in certain capacities. Like let's say, for example, employment law. We legally can't direct franchisees who to hire, who not to hire. We can let people know that if somebody that they've hired endangers the public or is bad for the brand, then the franchisee will be held accountable. But we actually can't fire or step over the line of that situation, and we can't take action on behalf of the franchisee in that capacity. So there are lots of things that we can and can't do,
Gotcha.
But we can offer support, we can offer help, we can try and help come up with solutions, and that's part of our role is to help be here to help and assist.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a perfect storm if you think about it. It's like a perfect storm of absolving yourself of accountability, like immediately. You could always say, "Oh, not our problem," right?
And again, this is pulled things to save the franchises from any like further damage. Has anyone brought to you like the option to opt out ever for situations like this, or is that even on the table anywhere? No, it's not after. Okay. So I guess the question is sort of like, why now? I mean, I think a lot of people have heard a little bit about this, especially if you're in the Lego space. We'd heard, or we'd seen the sign, right? The now infamous sign that was draped over the store whenever that broke initially. Why is it just now that we're paying attention? I mean, was it the videos that have come up that have brought you guys to the table? Has it been happening in the background and people just didn't know it till it was blown up? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like you guys are willing to talk now. And we appreciate you guys coming on and giving you a chance to talk. But like, is it, I mean, in reality, is this why? Because it got so big you couldn't not talk anymore?
No, like part of the issue is, I don't know. I'm 41 years old, so I've been around the block a little bit, but I've been in other business for quite a number of years.
Sure.
And one of the biggest things that I've learned is, like you take a logical, reasonable approach to almost all things, and most things will take care of themselves. And so, when we look,
then why didn't he do that with this situation?
To everything that was going on, we were trying to be logical and not just over emotional about the situation, but also looking for facts, not just the narratives that were being thrown out there. We obviously knew that the video is very misleading. It mischaracterizes a lot of people and a lot of things that actually occurred, and it's all chopped up and so forth. And so we knew that we needed to take the measured approach. But sometimes when you do that, it takes time, right?
Yeah.
And especially if you're working with law enforcement and when you're working through the legal system, there's effort and time that has to be put into that in order for, because you can't just go in half-cocked and just say, hey, here's what we think happened. And they're like, well,
so
okay.
A week before this video broke, just to kind of like put it in layman's terms, a week before this reckless Ben video broke and brought like the biggest spotlight to it to date, I would say, of the situation. You guys were actively working on it, or somebody on the team was, or it's pending some kind of, is that what you're saying?
There were elements
you thought about before, like frequently before this came back up again, or no?
There had definitely been some crimes that had been committed against several of our employees, and so we were working through some of those things already, and those were working through the process, and so yeah, so there like I said, I would say elements that were being worked on. And
there were crimes committed against the employees before the video.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
During the making of the video.
Yep. Okay.
And is that, and you're saying, your brother was saying, it's gotten worse since the video's released. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And so is that making you guys, or is some of that making you guys step up and be public about it now?
Again, I would, what I would say,
it's you got to say, like, you guys are showing up. I mean, I find it a little, it's not coincidental you guys are willing to talk now that it's blown up and it's getting a lot of views and traction.
No,
I mean, can we just like say that's happened?
No, for sure not. No, what really happened was we had to wait until all of the documentation was properly filed with the courts. You know, like if you start going out and saying things and blowing things up and doing all sorts of stuff before you've properly documented everything to the courts, it really hampers your ability to.
Yeah, that's bullshit. 100% bullshit, in my opinion. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, we were waiting, you know, we're totally waiting. And it just so happens that now we're talking about it since it's been trending for like a week now on every single social media, right? It's like, no one, I don't think anybody believes that, you know. What's up, Super Stitch? How you doing? Irikias says, such a great achievement being a 41-year-old retard. Oh, come on, have some heart for our boy over here that's getting absolutely annihilated. It's like all it takes is a little bit of accountability, man. That's all it takes. I feel like you could have fixed this without destroying the entire company. You know. Don't forget, also, by the way, yeah. Joe Player says the company tried to take down their GoFundMe. Yeah, 100%, 100%. You know. Thank you, Irikias. Appreciate it. Shout out to Irikias for a $10 super chat. Oh my God. Oh. I'm gonna give you some bees. There you go. Here's your bees, Irikias. There you go. Have 20 bees. That's 20 bees. The most official currency. Thank you, Irikias. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much, buddy. And the Patreon. Yep. Luckily, the Patreon CEO told him to fuck off, which was beautiful.
Speak the truth, like in court.
Okay, so CEO hat off. So if I'm hearing you right, CEO hat off as a dude, as a fighter for your brand and your franchises. When you saw that happening, you're like, man, I want to go out and say some shit. But you just were like, I can't until you filed this. What did you exactly file? Is it we're talking about the restraining order or what was filed?
So there's multiple actions. Yeah, there's multiple actions that have been filed. They're all now public. So you know, anybody wants to go and take a look at those. Yeah,
well, I advise the team, like, I'm not going to do pulling up paperwork here tonight. Like you're saying it's been filed. And so the reason for the silence is you wanted to get, well, first of all, you got to work your strategy internal. Like you said, you're 40, I'm in my 40s. Like, right. We know there's stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You can't just willy-nilly go nuts, which is why I like my side job, because I can do that. We can go nuts. But I get it. There's things that need to be put into place. But that is the reason for the silence. Did you ever speak on the other issue, even at the time of when the banner was draped over the store and all that? Still nothing, no response. Okay.
Nope. I mean, all of that was again being worked on, gathered, and looked at from a legal perspective, just to make sure that because again, I have to look out for my job and my responsibility. And it's hard for some people to recognize it, but my job and my responsibility is to look out for the best interest of the brand. If the brand is taken care of, then the brand continues to allow individual Bricks and Minifigs to supply benefit to the families that operate them and to the communities. Yeah. And so just going off and being cavalier about how we approached it is not protecting the brand. And so, yes, it can be very difficult sometimes to restrain ourselves and not, you know, like do something that the natural man is inclined to do and go and attack and fight.
I didn't know how else to say it. Like, you know, as a dude, you want to go out and punch somebody or verbally, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Brent, sorry, I just want to get to that opening salvo.
In Utah and you know, go to a gun range and do some shooting, you know, like, and just kind of take out some of the aggression there. So
yeah. All right. Well, Brent, you want to hit a super or ask one of your own, and then we can get back to some other questions. And again, thanks for being here, man. I think this is going to hopefully clear the air on some of the.
Dude, hey, you talking about Nick Shirley, Roll? I mean, I think he's more government side. Like he wants to cover the government stuff. You know, I don't know though, right?
Stuff.
Yeah. So just real quick, everyone leaving supers, guys. We'll try to get to as many as we can, but like, and especially like yesterday, an enormous amount of questions. But just to start all the way back from the bottom, I'll try. We'll do our best here. Don't know if you have the answer to this one. It's a little bit of an obscure question, but Crystal mentioned on Reddit that she was not allowed to retrieve her store parakeet. Didn't know there was a parakeet involved. Wow, what happened to him? Where is he? I want parakeet justice too. I doubt you know anything about a bird, but yeah.
No, actually, I know about the bird.
Is this brick build or a real bird? What are we talking
about?
No,
it's a real bird that was in the store. And the incoming individual said, "Hey, don't forget your bird." And she says, "Your problem now." That was the answer.
And by the way, all this stuff you're saying and what Chris is saying, and again, she was very kind to us to come on. All
right. At any rate, the entire interview is just him basically claiming that they're getting death threats. So, Rolex says Rockets. Oh, I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in a while. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute. Yeah. I heard he got into a wreck. That was so wild. But yeah, I haven't talked to him. All right. Let's start transitioning into Hasan Piker, our beautiful Hasan Piker, because he had some interesting stuff happen that was fun today. So we're gonna talk about that today and yesterday. The interesting week he's having, right? So he's had a very interesting week. Where is it at? Okay, yeah, that would be a fun one. Wait, am I on the bookmarks? Yeah. All right. So this is funny. This is real funny. Oh my God. What's up, Blue Waffle? How you doing, buddy? I want justice for the burb. Someone save the burb. All right. So let's just give a quick rundown of the wrong tab. All right, there you go. So it says Hasan Piker's worst week ever, subpoenaed by the federal government, banned from the UK. The candidates he brought on his stream lost their election, and sex pest allegations coming out. Look at him. Look at our boy. How can you massacre my boy like this? Oh, poor Hasan. Damn, brother. Damn. So Hasan went live today. So as you know, there was a lot of elections yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Pretty sure it was yesterday. And pretty much everything went south, and there was actually a lot of close elections that are going to a runoff, which from a lot of like rising people on the right, I guess, probably because California is just, man, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where California has a very, I think California has an extremely diverse political climate, right? There's a lot of people on the right, a lot of people on the left, probably more people on the right. So just from like sheer like scale and whatnot. And death threats, I don't think you have, mate. And it's starting to kind of ease the other way, especially in places like LA. Probably because, I mean, so many things happened there. Like last year, all those houses that were burnt down, and the Karen Bass, who's the mayor of LA, didn't really do anything, and it was just not a good thing. It was not a good thing, and that's probably the reason there that she's losing ground and whatnot. But at any rate, let's jump into the sauce real quick, because I have some clips for it. But first and foremost, there's this interesting video from. There it is. There's this interesting video from the quartering that I thought was funny that Hotep posted. And it's one of the projection videos that we love so much, where he calls Hasan Piker a scumbag because Hasan Piker apparently has looks at porn, I guess, and has like a boob folder or something. It'll be explained here shortly. But the quartering's like, yeah, he's gross. And I'm like, brother, are you fucking kidding me? Didn't the quartering get a community note on a tweet for seeing cuck porn on his feed on X? You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. Like, Jeremy is like the number one guy that should not be saying anything about this.
Having Snapchat as a male celebrity is a huge red flag to begin with, said one source. Noting the app is mainly used by teenagers. Piker also admitted to...
God, he's always so out of breath. Why is he so out of breath? It's like he just went on a hike every time he's on stream or making a video.
Sending these type of these pictures to other people, to Will Neff, his streamer pal, raising concerns over issues of consent. He even joked about keeping a boobs of note list. He said one stream. I mean, this guy is an absolute scumbag. If this was some right winger, the left would be canceling him immediately.
If complete projection, it's always so insane. It's so insane, the projection from Jeremy, where he's like, oh, he's a creep, he's a sex pest, he's a piece of shit, he likes porn. And I'm like, bro, you are literally that guy. You are literally that guy. How many times has he caught? One time he clicked on his URL, and one of the most recent searches was the subreddit forced cream pies. The quartering over here is making stomach pancakes and watching porn like 5 times a day, brother. Like 5 times a day. Brother, how are you like not this? You're not self-aware at all. Right?
If this was even like, think about if this article was written about Tim Pool or Jack Posobiec, or there would be a billion articles about this. People on the right wing would disavow him. I would, if they were engaging in this type of behavior.
Interesting. It seems like you should disavow yourself there, Jer. You should probably disavow yourself, because slash force cream pies. I'm just putting it out there. Come on, brother. Are you going to disavow yourself for following people around at Ren Fair and filming children and women making sexual remarks? Oh, by the way, he got banned from every Ren Fair entertainment company production in America because of that video. That actually happened. That actually happened.
Now he's single. It's a little different. He's single. People send him these photos. Fine. But his behavior is not very progressive.
Maybe what Jeremy's saying here is you are allowed to do this if you're conservative. Is that what he's trying to say? It's not very progressive of you. Say, hold on. Hold on, brother. What are you doing? So anyways, I thought that was funny. It was one of those zero self-reflection clips that they pop up every day where the quartering calls someone fat and you're like, what? But you're like 480 pounds, Jeremy. What do you mean? I don't understand, Jeremy. Why are you doing this to me? 30 likes from 300, boys. A fifth of the way to Naked Snake with the super chats. Appreciate you guys so much for all your love, all your support. Shout out to Renee Galarza. Appreciate you. Let me look over here to Rumble. Oh, Rumble. I got rated by Golden Years Pod. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Rumble. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. YouTube seen him promote him for a little bit there, like the interweb forgets. Jeremy's lost 2/3 of his viewers, likes Drummond. Well, actually, likes Drummond. Jeremy, when he was streaming, I don't know, a couple years ago, he was getting pretty crazy numbers, and now he gets like 200. Let's be real here. He gets less than me, and I get nothing. Okay, I'm a nobody, right? But the difference is, I'm aware of that. Jeremy is not. Jeremy is like he thinks himself a god. You know what I'm saying? He thinks himself a god. Spooks says, sorry, I was unsure if you're right. Why is there 2 of those? If you were right, what you like? What do you mean? I am right. Yes, I am right about this. I'm at 327. I doubt it. Thank you, Specs. I appreciate you, brother. Are you talking about right politically? Man, I don't even know nowadays, brother. I've been I don't know. I pay trust. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Well, I love you. I don't even care. I love you, Specs. As far as, man, politically, I'm all over the place, man. But I'm a little fatigued by it all. I don't really care for Hasan Piker though. So I like to roast him a little bit. I have a lot of left-leaning people in my chat, like Sean and Ones and all these people, and they all can't stand Hasan Piker. So it's like a big family. We all agree. We all agree that he's just a goober, man. I don't think he does a lot for liberalism or progressivism at all. I think he just hurts the cause, to be completely fair. I think a lot of people would agree with that. All right, let's see what Hasan got going.
You know what's really funny about these fucking idiots? This was my reaction to Spencer Pratt getting like 30+% in the LA mayoral race. But of course, these fucking dumbass shit libs absolutely love when Republicans win elections. As long as there's no like left winning elections, like, brother.
I love how like aggressive he always is. He's like, these fucking retards. I'm like, hold on now. You know, what caused Specs? Well, here's the issue, I think, Specs, and I think a lot of people can agree that's more liberal. Because keep in mind, like 90s, 2000s, maybe even like 2014, like liberals, I don't know if their positions have necessarily changed, but then you have this like radical, and I mean like fucking overtly radical position that like completely competes with itself, right? So somebody like Hasan Piker is pretty much openly a communist, you know, pretty much openly supports terrorism. I don't even think that's a pretty much, right? Just openly supports terrorism, right? And I think that's a negative. And you find yourself in this weird area where you support these like overtly like radical like positions that normal liberals can't really, I think, support. But also you support the social positions, which makes no sense either, right? Does that make sense? Like Hasan will support like government structures that would not allow, you know, the LGBTQ plus to exist, but he also supports the LGBTB. I fucked it up, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's the same thing with like Hasan supports a pretty complete socialistic view, you know, but a lot of the people he runs with, including himself, could not exist in that system, right? You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting, I think. I think it's an interesting thought process. But also, I think it doesn't help that he overtly just wishes death on everybody left and right. I think that's like the worst part about it, you know? Because, no! Disavow! No. For example, like, he openly, I think even in this clip, he tells people to off themselves like 80 times, right? And I just don't think that helps, you know? So, what's up, Panda Bear? How you doing? Panda Bear says, I'm neither left nor right. I hate him because he lies through one ear and through the other. Besides, supports bad people, to be honest. Yeah, I think we can all agree on that, you know?
You have identified me as your enemy, okay? I don't think you want to be my enemy. But if you prefer Republicans over, you know, Democratic Socialists, if you prefer Republicans over Democrats, you are my enemy. Okay? The annoying right-wing shit libs are celebrating. They're like, oh, dude.
I gotta say, I love this little collage of him being tripping balls. Something funny about it. Something very artsy about it.
Annoying right-wing shit libs are celebrating. They're like, oh, dude, Spencer Pratt is doing so well in the fucking race. It's like, I can't say what I want what I want you to do to yourself, because you probably are going to do that to yourself anyway, regardless of whether or not I say it, because there's not much else to live for in your life if this is what you're excited about.
We got 1 minute into the clip before Hasan told you to kill yourself. We only got 1 minute into the clip, Hasan. You got to save that for minute 5 or 6, brother. Already telling people to kill themselves immediately. And I think that's a good example of why a lot of people are like, I don't know. That's a little much for my ass. What's up, John Ambler? How you doing, brother? He's shitting on when people wanting normalcy. Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta think from the perspective of people that are not rich that live in these places, right? Hasan's perspective comes completely from being hyper wealthy his entire life. And that perspective, I think, skews things into a more socialistic idea. Every friend I ever grew up with that was wealthy, they were all like openly, like, especially when Bernie came around, they were like, whoa, socialism. You know what I'm saying? And except for one of my buddies, as soon as he started making 6 figures, he became a taxation is theft guy in 3 seconds. When you see $5,800 taken out in 1 month, you're like, wait a second, I want to die. But anyways, I think the fact of the matter is there's a lot of people that live in these places and they're just trying to survive, man. And they're basically oppressed from every single left, right, center, doesn't matter. They're just getting wrecked, brother. They look at their property taxes and they went up another 20%. Like, how am I going to pay 90 grand in property taxes? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, can we just do something different or try it? You know what I'm saying? But again, Hasan's perspective and a lot of other people, they don't really like like a lot of celebrities hold these ideals, and I think the reason they do is because holding these ideals doesn't affect them. I think we talked about this last time, right? Like Hasan's ideals do not affect him, right? Because if anything really changes in any way, like if let's say the left just completely rules California for the rest of eternity, which is fine, you know, whatever. I don't live there, but that doesn't higher taxes or you know, things that will be pretty much levied on the middle class that barely exists now. It doesn't affect Hasan Piker, right? This is a video game for Hasan Piker. It doesn't matter which way it goes. It's a video game. He just wants the W. We've talked about this a lot, right? I think that's why, in my opinion, as far as if I'm talking to somebody that might disagree slightly with me politically, which I enjoy doing, it's good to have their perspective if they're like kind of a normal person that like goes to work and exists in society. I think their kind of anecdotal reasoning weighs a lot more than celebrities, because again, none of these policies affect celebrities. It's like, oh, well, I made $28 million last year. I have to pay 2% more in my taxes based on this recent policy change. Oh no, I'll just donate another painting and write it off. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really affect anybody. I think that's the most important thing.
Genuinely excited about the prospect of Republicans winning races in places like Los Angeles. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get banned, but I'm thinking it. Okay? I'm thinking it. Don't get clipped. I know. If your whole life revolves around like perceived L's and W's that a fucking Twitch streamer is getting.
That's weird. It's like he just said what I said. My point is, it's everything he supports is just perceived L's and W's.
In races where he's endorsing candidates or going on rallies and whatnot with candidates, and that's all you care about, your life is not worth living. You are not living a life worth living, and it's pertinent on you to change that, okay? You can't consistently ignore people like Chris Rabb or Adam Hamawi and then try to make it seem like there's a big W here because I'm upset that my fellow Los Angelinos are fucking dog shit reactionaries that are voting for Spencer Pratt.
Yeah, and see, this doesn't bring people to support you, right? It's like saying you should off yourself if you don't agree with me is not going to make people want to agree with you, right? And I think this kind of incendiary language is like destroying as far as like the left's perceived image, you know, in the social media space, right? Because there's conservative streamers out there and they'll talk and they'll be concise. I mean, obviously there's incendiary conservative streamers as well, but we're specifically talking about Hasan Piker. You know, they'll say that there's a lot of, you know, conservative social media influencers that will kind of try to get to the bottom of stuff and talk in like a reasonable way. You know, I think, is it Michael Knowles? I think Michael Knowles does that a lot in his debates where he kind of just talks and delivers his idea, you know? But it seems overwhelming that a lot of these social media influencers on the left that are kind of propped up have become so incendiary that normal people just don't want to associate, even though they might not entirely disagree with every point they're making. They'll be like, oh yeah, I agree. We shouldn't support Spencer Pratt. Right. And then the next sentence, Hasan's like, kill yourself. Everybody needs to die right now. And they're like, wait a second. This is a little bit, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I think it's the incendiary language doesn't really help the cause, like I was talking about with Specs. You know, I think there's ways of going about it. You would want to invite people to your cause. And I think inviting people to your cause, the best way you can do it is being like concise and peaceful about it. You know, like you incentive to join any group or to put any money where your mouth is or anything to that nature as far as phrases go. There needs to be something that entices you to go in that direction. And just being incendiary all the time doesn't do that. All it does is it makes your chat be filled with like 13-year-olds that want to watch the world burn. Again, the 13-year-olds typically aren't affected by policy change because their parents are, right? Most of the time, most of the time. Even if you're a poor, rich, or middle class as a kid, usually these things aren't going to affect you because your parents are they're going to shield you from it usually. So they can watch the world burn too. It all goes hand in hand. It's why Hasan Piker's demographic of his streaming audience are all teenagers. They're all young teenagers. And there's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas my streaming demographic is like 30. I think my average viewer is like 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people just want to live a better life. Like Eric Hayes. He wants orange chicken. Or Rake and Knight, who just wants to eat burritos and chill out. Or I Like 'em Low, who loves penis. I'm just kidding. I love you. We are a fifth of the way to Naked Snake with about 45 minutes left on the 626 Naked Snake stream in a row, and super chats and kicks. I appreciate you guys. And Rumble Rants, of course. Of course. Thank you guys so much. Actually, I need to add the Rumble Rants. Cass, and J Barnes. J Barnes. All right, it's 7. I don't know why I haven't added those to the bar yet. Appreciate you guys getting us ever so closer to the goal. There we go. All right. Ask ChatGPT what bricks and minifigs yearly revenue. Can't spare to make this right. I think they're just willing to lose the whole company. That probably wouldn't happen, but I feel like they just, it's all about admitting that you are wrong. And I think even large corporate companies, like, household name companies, I think even they don't like to admit when they were wrong. No one likes to, right? To be fair, like you boil it down from a corporate company all the way down to you yourself. No one ever likes to admit when they're wrong. It sucks, right? Makes you feel like a dumbass. That's how this works. But when you have legitimately fucked up, the best thing you can do is be like, fuck, I fucked up. It'll make you feel better in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people just, a lot of you are men in my chat. Right? A lot of you are men in my chat. How many times have you had legitimately thought about just admitting you were wrong when you weren't because your girl's mad at you? And it sucks. It's brutal. You're like, fuck, this is unfair. But also, you don't want to have stress for a whole week. You know what I'm saying?
You're obsessive. Libs on Twitter are completely ignoring Hamawi to gloat about Shoycott losing. It's so embarrassing. Yeah. Breaking, Hasan Piker tells shit libs to off themselves. I'm not saying that. I would never say kill yourself. I would never say kill yourself to someone who is excited at the prospect of Spencer Pratt potentially, getting a decent chunk of votes in Los Angeles, California. I would never say you should kill yourself with a gun to a person that would be excited at the prospect of something like that. I would never say that at all. I don't think it's appropriate. I disavow statements such as that. Okay. And most importantly, I would never do that. Just so you guys understand, I would never do that. And you shouldn't do that either. However,
I was like, oh my God, what is he saying? However, no, don't add the however, brother. You had it. You had a good run there. That was a great 2 sentences. Not with the however, brother. He literally implied it. Yeah, he did. He totally did like 2 minutes ago. He totally did. He totally did. 95 million in revenue across all stores. Yeah. Now what's their operating profit? That's the most important thing, right? That's the nail. That's the nail in the coffin, brother. 20 likes away from 300. Hell yeah. What is it? We got 45 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the you can't make this shot up. That's for damn sure, brother. That's damn sure. We're going to put 45 minutes on the clock with the Naked Snake Gold Boy goal like we did last night with the game stream. 20 gold. No, that's the wrong goal. Shit. I'm bad at this. All right, let's try again. One more again. Let's do this. All right. Gold boys. There you go. Now that makes sense. 20 gold boys. $10 super chats. And of course, Rumble Rants and everything counts. Appreciate you guys. All right, here we go. Let's continue with Mr. Piker. Let's hear what his however is.
You're probably already dead inside if this is the only thing that you get excited about. And remember, your boos mean nothing, for I have seen what makes you cheer. These people are so unprincipled. They don't care about anything but themselves. No, it's crazy. It's less than unprincipled. If I own you that fucking hard, if I live inside of your mind that badly, if I live inside of the crevices of the last remaining fucking wrinkle that you have in your brain to this degree, then you are not a human being. You have reduced yourself to something lower than that. Okay? That's my point. And
you're less than a human being if you support Spencer Pratt, apparently. Right? You're less than a human being for supporting Spencer Pratt. Let's look up. Okay, you said in chat, look up where is it? How much operating profit does Bricks and Minifigs bring annually? There you go. We'll look it up for you. All right. You think it would be fitted, real look? I feel like it's not fitted. All right, I'm just pulling this up just because somebody asked in chat. It's actually a good point. It might bring more credence to why they're so adamant to like not really fix the situation, other than talking about fixing it, right? I mean, they did make an offer of $2,000 or something, and I'm like, oh. Come on, let's see. He looks like a Stephen King character from 1986. Yeah, you're right. Apparently, I need to replace a projector bulb from before my screening, bro. Like I have a projector in my theater room, and it's been screaming at me for a while. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, this makes sense. Bricks and Minifigs reported a net loss of $94,000 in 2023 and $215,000 in 2024. Oof. It says third-party estimates and individual store examples suggest owner cash flow earnings for operating profit after typical expenses like royalties, rent, inventory, and staff in the range of $49,000 per store. One resale listing showed a store with $352K, generating $50 to $100K in cash flow. Company-wide operating profit not publicly available. Typical store revenue is $580K on average, with the owner profit highly variable and usually mid 5 figures. So yeah, they don't really make any money. You're right. You're right about that. 100%. That's why they're so adamant about not paying out. Daniel Robertson says, whitest kids you know, Abe Lincoln to Bam. You have fucked up now. I need to go back and watch all that. Like, I have memory hold. The only things I remember from Whitest Kid You Know is the happier and with your mouth open skit. They are fuck regardless. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you. Thank you, buddy, for coming in strong. All right. Let's hear what Hasan has to say.
You can go off and be like, oh, he's so angry. We finally did it. But that still proves my point. I will forget about you as soon as I'm done talking about this, but you will consistently keep thinking about me every single day of the fucking week. Please have some political principles. Have some real political education. Have a real political opinion, a vision for a better future. You cannot simply be reactionary towards a fucking Twitch streamer. If you're going to be reactionary towards a slant of ideology, towards a vision. Be like, no, I hate communism. Frustrating. It's like you have reduced politics to what your least favorite Twitch streamer likes or doesn't like, to all these fucking chirpers on Twitter and all these other chirpers.
Why is he crashing out? Like this is how it's going to be. Like if you get a lot of views and you're incendiary, people are going to troll your ass like daily. That's how this works.
In like political streamer, in the political streamer ecosystem, is a sex pest that's like caught up in and embroiled in sex scandals, who once famously tried to aid a mayoral race in Omaha, Nebraska, and the fucking candidate that he backed immediately had to disavow him and got like 8th place. So there is no real equivalence between someone like myself and this community and what we are doing in comparison to anybody else, right? So unfortunately, there's not anything to like match my performance up against, right? And as far as mayoral races goes, you know, my endorsement still is fairly reliable on the Zoran Mamdani one, right? That is why the New York Post is going so hard against you recently. Yes, but that's a constant, right? Yeah, this was what I was referencing. This was the joke that I was referencing. After cutting ties with controversial streamer Gudgel staying in mayoral race, Stephen Bonald II, known as Destiny Online, is a controversial passing. Gudgel apologized for not doing his research. This is the real reason why Sex Pestini's community comes after me all the fucking time and tries to get every politician to disavow me. It doesn't work, but they still try it regardless because he has this deep scar in the back of his mind that he can't overcome, where he like actively tried to aid a campaign. And then people were like, dude, the guy you're talking with is the guy that you're aligning with, associating with, like, wrote a manifesto about white people's right to say the N-word, you know? That's ridiculous. And then he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and cut ties with him. And then
an entire country has disemboweled him. They disemboweled our boy Hasan. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. I'd assume he was watching Boondocks with Shank. Sank. I can't say his name. I always forget what his name actually is. I forget how to spell it half the time, and it's only 4 letters. I don't know why.
I'm dying. Monterey, Becerra 28, Steyer 26, Hilton 23. First decent result for Steyer. Oliver Ma getting cooked. Yeah, I mean, look at the fucking top line. Look at the goddamn top line. Of course Oliver Ma's getting cooked. Everyone's a fucking reactionary in this goddamn state, bro. California is literally a red state. Okay? Obviously, it's a red mirage, but still.
Oh, we just got LA. We just got LA mayor. I am told we got. Oh my gosh! Remember, I said we would get a gigantic batch, all at once, and we just did. So, take you through this. About 40% of the vote of all the votes that are going to be cast just got released here. We are talking about vote by mail again that arrived by election day. Some of this might have arrived a while ago. That's the type of vote you're talking about. There's Karen Bass, the incumbent, running at 38%, and there is Spencer Pratt, running at 28% right now, as an 8-point advantage or a 25,000 vote advantage.
Do you ever think, like, people in this situation don't ask themselves why there's such a big swing? You know what I'm saying? Do people, like, never ask this question when they're like, this area, which people have been shitting on for decades now, complete decades, where everyone's saying they can't live here anymore. It's brutal. They're dying. They can't afford anything. Do people never look inside themselves like, I wonder why this is happening? Why is this possibly happening? And then you have people that, you know, for lack of a better phrase, have to support whatever their ideology is, because again, Hasan he'll always have to support whatever his ideology, like whatever candidate his ideology supports, he'll always have to support whatever the candidate that is, because it's his job and it's his audience, right? And they don't ever ask themselves like, why is it swinging the other way? Now, does that actually lead to progress? I don't know. But I think it's very, very obvious, you know, what's going on here, right? I think 95% of people in rural America, or anywhere probably in America, they asked you what's the shittiest place in America, they'd probably say somewhere like LA or somewhere in California, right? And eventually the people that are living there, that are suffering under all these policies, are probably going to try something different. Now, will that exactly result in something different? Likely not. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? My property taxes just keep going up. Seems like there's no way out. But then again, people are going to vote with their wallet, right? They're going to vote with their wallet. You know what I'm saying? 35 minutes left on the 20 gold boy goal to the naked snake. Will it fall on the Wednesday? The end. Finally. Wait, what was that? I made a tombstone one time. Fuck, I need to pull that up. We're going to pull that up here at the end. I don't know. It's been a while, though, since I made that.
Advantage.
All right, what are we at? Oh, it's fucking done. All right, it's over. It's over. It's Jover. It's so fucking Jover. That Nancy Pelosi endorsement cooked it. All right, Megaphonics is banned. California is done. California is over for me. Megaphonics, you're banned. With 37% of the votes. Shoykat Chakrabarty is not even close to second position. Connie Chan is at 28%. Scott Wiener at 43%. Chudafornia is real. Redifornia is real. Megaphonics, you're banned. He's not even posting in the chat because he's probably at the Shoykat party right now. I'm on my way to the Shoykat party. I won't be in chat tonight. God bless you all. Salute. Yeah, he doesn't even know he's going to get...
At least Hasan's laughing about it, kind of. Twin Cities are screwing this state entirely. You're in Minnesota. Most I know are red and independent, and yes, taxes keep rising. Yeah, where I am, it doesn't seem to matter politically. It's just taxes will continue to go up until we all die. It's kind of how I see things. I think people are going to vote with their willful ignorance, and that's going to burn through their dollars. That's for damn sure. That's what's been happening for a while, right?
Banned tonight. California, Chudafornia. Javier Becerra finally arrives at the first place position. Steve Hilton is second place. A close second, though. Incredibly bad results so far. Hopefully this fucking turns around somehow. But LA Citywide shows that you put fucking weak Democrats, you put weak establishment Democrats, and you have strong Republican opposition. VIP him so he can...
Well, that's true. That's 100% true, right? Karen Bass is, for lack of a better word, like embarrassing as far as LA is concerned, right? They didn't have no water and everything burnt down, okay? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's like shades of Kamala.
Can come home to something positive. He tried his best. Okay, that's actually true. I do feel bad. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What this shows me is for the LA mayoral race. What this shows me is Los Angelinos want someone to kill homeless people. Like they want to vote for someone who will just shoot homeless people in the face. Oh my God, what a straight up naked disapproval of progressive politics in the fucking state, in the city. Straight up Chudafornia. We're fucked. To be fair, we didn't have a lot of great candidates. Let's be real. There's not a lot of great candidates. I mean, there are...
Like, fucked how, though? Like, how is California fucked now? Right? How? I don't understand. Let's see. It says, I'm trying to look up, because he said people, they want to kill homeless, right? It says, while bodily being able to have a job, you were labeled asocial and punishable for 2 years of prison or forced to work under communism. Maybe that would be better, though. You force the homeless into labor camps, I guess. Like, is that what he prefers? You know? I don't know. What's up, JM? How you doing, brother? Is this how Hasan always talks? Yeah. Yeah, we love Hasan. And she's still winning Pucanini, yeah. It is weird. It is weird.
There are some, but not here. But I mean, San Francisco is fucked, not because they did not like Shoykat anyway. It's fucked because Scott Wiener is at 43%. He literally gave 10K to unseat Dean Preston. Shoykat burned bridges with the left. How can anyone be surprised? I don't ever want to talk about San Francisco ever again for the rest of my life, okay? Unironically, a Chud California would set the left up for a nice backlash win. You got it, dude. You got it. Scott Wiener's your next fucking 40-year, multi-decade Nancy Pelosi. Have fun with that. Guy who literally lied about saying, oh, Israel did do a genocide. Hey, good luck. I mean, it is what it is. It didn't work, you know? I know what it is. Fucking car-reliant infrastructure. The more cars you have, the more chuddy the fucking city is.
What are we talking about right now?
That's it. No public transit. No fucking people living close to one another. No close quarters to one another. No public transit at all. Massive.
How could somebody named Wiener possibly lives in San Francisco? Scott Wiener is a strange motherfucker. Like, look at bills he's put forward. He is a weird motherfucker.
Wealth disparity. It's just fucking rich liberals who just want homo fascism in the country. That's it. They want gay fascism. They want gay techno fascism. Peter Thiel is the perfect candidate for San Francisco. I take Steyer being a billionaire already makes progressives distrust him. Even if he's progressive on paper, the only way he could earn trust is by taking a much stronger stance against Israel and calling out the genocide. His weak stance just reinforces the distrust. Do you think he'd be in first if he did that? Yes, I sincerely believe that.
I love his rapping. He does.
People will say I'm wrong, but his biggest weakness is that a lot of progressives were ashamed of like publicly supporting him. A lot of like it's you're a billionaire. It's difficult for any fucking socialist to self-respecting progressive to be like, okay, yeah, that's my guy. But if there was something that he could have put out there that would have absolutely been
says the millionaire, by the way. What's up, Blasco?
Cut above. What's wrong in your city? So much is wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've just had a good thing going for far too long, living in one of the most beautiful states on the fucking planet. So we just are actively voting to ruin everything.
Again, everything, nothing affects Hasan Piker. That's why he holds all these views, because having millions and millions of dollars makes decisions, government and local government decisions, not affect you as much.
Dude, what a disaster, bro. God, this state is so busted. It's the most busted state of all time. Oh my God, it is so blackpilling to see. Oh my God, Spencer Pratt cleaning up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let's just watch Toby Durden to calm down a little bit.
Was disabled.
You'll see. At the end, you'll see that there's probably very low youth turnout. And that's the reason why this vote went the way that it did. Yeah, youth turnout was like 5%, bro. They don't give a fuck. Sorry about Steyer, brother. No, I mean, it's fine. It's not, dude, I didn't endorse Tom Steyer. I didn't endorse anyone in the mayoral race either. I told you what you could do as a defensive vote, but there's a reason why I didn't endorse Tom Steyer, and there's a reason why I didn't endorse Nithya Raman. Because the reality of the matter is, I had my own personal hangups. But having said that, I would have much preferred Nithya Raman to be in the top 2 as opposed to fucking Spencer Pratt, and I would have much preferred Tom Steyer to be in the top 2. I would have much rather preferred Tom Steyer over Becerra as well.
Pre-election day vote by.
How does stuff like this not make you an accelerationist? I mean, I have a lot of great W's so far. I live in this country. This country is larger than California. We do redistricted for this shit, bro. Yeah, and they're gonna cook, and Republicans are gonna cook. The top of the ticket is weak. Once it became clear,
I don't like when like 40-year-old streamers use Zoomer language. It freaks me. Hey, strong opinions with a B-filled gold boy. Hey, my man. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the bees. I will give you some back. There's your bees. Enjoy. Shout out to strong opinions, brother. Thank you, man. The first out of 20 for the Naked Snake goal. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. With 26 minutes left. Shout out to the boy. Thank you, strong opinions. I appreciate you coming in strong and supporting your boy. Thank you, man. Strong opinions, everybody. Give him some love. Give him a kiss.
I wasn't getting the AOC endorsement. He was basically drawing dead, as there was a perfectly good progressive candidate who was locally rooted and getting establishment support. All the candidates that went on Hasan Piker, Diddy Piker, Dog Striker stream lost handily. All that matters to a little Zoomer like me, girl who's gonna be okay. Buddy, you're a couple days out from ending it all. I don't think you're gonna be all right.
Like, why does he keep implying that anyone that doesn't agree with him is going to die soon? What does that mean?
This guy is literally a fucking bot. All the candidates that went on Hasan Piker's stream lost handily. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not going to be Pratt. Most of Raman's voters will vote for Bass, but this is nonetheless extremely disappointing. Yeah, it's fucking blackpilling to see these kinds of results for.
Why does he really hate chats? I don't know. I think they're fun. I think they're fun. A lot of people get pissed at them. I don't know why. Thank you so much, strong opinions. I appreciate you, brother. We got about 20 minutes left. Let me move on. See what else I got here. Oh, no. I'm so tired. So tired, man, of this this weird rhetoric where, have you seen the goofy thing about the flavor, the Kool-Aid pineapples? What the hell is even happening right now? The quartering was really pissed about it for some reason. Probably because he didn't think of it first.
I would never say kill yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we already saw that. All right. Making sure. Why do I have to keep Scotter Poot says sorry for no bees? You will send bees and you will like them. All you got to do is copy and paste my bees right there. Copy and paste my bees. Hasan did a taste test of them, of the freaking pineapples, bro, and I'll never understand this shit. Never in my life. He's getting in on the grift. Pineapple grift. I had no ideas what these things were. I thought they were like pickles or something. I unironically thought they were like pickles that people were eating out of jars. Do you just buy these? What are these? Let me Google it. Pickles. Apple.
Don't be a coward. Do it. All right.
What are these? I don't know. I think you have to make them.
Oh, wow.
Like you just make Kool-Aid and you put pineapples in there, I guess. I like the music. It's very calming. You buy the Kool-Aid and put
I
it
see
in
why he said that big good.
pickle jars.
I see why he said it. That's actually pretty good.
Oh.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Y'all ever had one of these before? Look at that. And by the way, I look in the middle of this. This is solid red. So we're going to try the black one next.
The black one. Sanjay's also has one. You put pineapple spears in jars of Kool-Aid and let it marinate in the fridge overnight. Okay. Well, yeah. So super simple. Yeah. Super simple. He bought the pineapple spears and added the Kool-Aid himself and tried them the next day. Well, there you go.
This is grape. This is grape Kool-Aid. All right. Death potion now? Yes, this is the potion of death. God damn it. Got it? All right.
I have plenty of ducks in my house because of Shani.
This smells like shit. This looks like shit. I almost don't want to eat this on stream because of the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I really...
Where'd it go?
It is Pride Month after all. It is.
He had sugar. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? If you put a little salt on pineapple, it tastes way better.
Fuck it.
He's going for it. I don't know. It doesn't look very good. It looks like a cancerous lung. It does.
Oh. Mm. Okay. This is all right. I never liked grape Kool-Aid. I'm going to be honest. I never did. This only reminds me why. I don't think it's that good. This makes me want to drink water. And if you know me, you would know how bad that means. Absolutely not.
How bad that
the
means.
grape one, I'm not about it.
I gotta say, people that think water tastes gross shock me. That's because your taste buds are completely, I don't know what's the word or phrase, bought in and like fucked up. Because I remember when I was like 12 or 13 years old, I hated water because all I drank was soda. And I thought water was disgusting. And then I stopped drinking soda at 16 and I switched to only water. And now it's like water is the holy shit, bro. I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and roll over and drink some ice cold water. And it's like Jesus touching my face with his hands. I'm just like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. I am not. I'm so glad that I spaced this out for 2 days. Like, and this is going to be brutal. Oh my god. Let's do it.
He said it was pretty good earlier, didn't he? Or is this a different one?
Better than the grape, but the first red one was better. The first red one was definitely better. That's survivable. I can survive that.
I don't like Kool-Aid at all, so I don't know. This would probably be bad for me.
Okay. Why is it not opening?
So Margaret, how you doing?
God damn it. Weak? I don't think it's even really weak. It's just like it's slippery. There it is. Okay, got it. It's slippery, man.
Why is it so slippery?
Dude.
Just do it, brother. Just put it in your gullet. Oh, I agree with that, Onion. I agree with that.
Oh my God.
That's because she's a child, strong opinions. That just looks like a damn pickle, brother.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm making such a big thing out of this. I'm sorry, guys.
Hell yeah, Mustang.
I'm just thinking about the fact that I'm going to have to eat another one tomorrow, too. Just eat it? I know.
There it is. Jesus Christ. There's something really comedic about the music.
Man.
Oh, yeah. Glasgow, 100%.
Oh, my God.
MA says, what is he eating? He's eating pineapple spears that have been soaked in Kool-Aid overnight. It's like this weird. It's this weird internet thing that I haven't really fathomed yet. That's going around everywhere.
I think the first red one that I got was the best one. I think this one, like, there was too much sugar in it. It's too strong. Oh man, it's probably too sugary. Yeah, maybe you're right. First red one, you didn't add sugar. I did. I just didn't add that much to it. First red one, a 8. I'd give the black one,
the
grape one. I'd give that one the lowest score. I'd say that was like maybe a 4, and then the second red one was like a 6. No, it was a 5. I'd say second red one was a 5, and then I'd say this one was like a 6 or 7. Like that's what I would go between these right there. Like that's where I would put the rating for all of these together.
Onion says, I tend to avoid most internet fads. Only one I tried was a feet roll up wrap pickle thing, and it was awful. You know what internet fad you definitely need to avoid? The Tide Pod challenge. Remember that? What the fuck? What were people thinking, brother? What were people thinking? Oh my God. Oh my God, brother. We got 16 minutes left. 16 minutes left on the gold boy goal for the 20 gold boys, 19 away. And then we're going to raid somebody. And I finally get to pull out the picture I made, 3 or 4 months ago when we were close on Snake. Where did it go? God, I'm going to scroll down for a while for this bastard. It was a great picture, though. I was really happy about it. Hold on. Let's scroll down. Let's find it. Let me just type in Snake. Maybe it'll pull up. No. Okay. Snake. There it is. Nice. I'm glad I've named things. Who's Ligma? Ligma balls. Oh. At least the date still matches relatively because I didn't do month. What's up, Carlos? How you doing, brother? Looks like the cinnamon challenge. Oof. Oof. No, thank you, brother. Oh my God. No, thank you. Carlos, look. Okay. Come on. Thought I was already dead. No, the game streams don't count. MA. I was just trolling my boy. What's up, Robert Bayless? How you doing, dude? Cheese and Vegemite toasties. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. All right. I doubt it. Tide Pods were just natural selection doing its job. Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, like, if you're feeding yourself like detergent and like toxic items, yeah, you're probably not the smartest knife in the draw, you know what I'm saying? We're 14 likes from 300. Make sure you hit that like button, boys. Hit the hell out of the like button. Give it some squeezes. Some squeezes, boys. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'll be back. I might be back tomorrow. Probably. Either tomorrow or Friday and Saturday. I don't really know yet. And I'm going to take off Sunday for sure because I need to relax. Need to relax for a minute and chill. I need to relax, brother. Take in some of the grass. The grass! Mercenary. What's up, buddy? How you doing, dude? Keep up the game and troops. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, what do we got? 14 minutes. Let's pull up my beautiful picture I made. It finally gets to be utilized today. The snake. The end of the snake. That Sunday is up on Monaco. Oh. I think modern F1, when it comes to Monaco, just doesn't make sense. Cars are too big. Can't pass. There it is. The snake. Look at it. Look at that beautiful picture. I was very proud of this when I made this a couple months ago. All right. So we can find, we gotta, wait, is this the sad music? Hey! I still have it saved. Oh, I will, Jay Crane, for sure. Hell yeah, dude. 5 years of snakes will finally end in June of 2026. I gave it a whole year cutoff. 5 years. Fuck the sad music. We got the sad music going. It's a funeral. We gotta have a sad music, brother. New beginnings. Hell yeah, brother. I agree. Who is that? That's me, you goober. What are you talking about? I had a mustache. Brother. Snake is finally ending. We will do we have a hot tub coming, so I got to pull some Nickercada stuff eventually for fun. For fun. How long is this sad music? Jesus, I thought it was like 10 seconds, but it just keeps going. Fernando's New Beginnings. I can't believe I was here for almost 500 of them. You were here for a lot of them. Street. It's Street Cody. Yeah. Where'd he go? Can't tell without the 5 hit. All right, brother. Real Wook says, what was the first year I met Raggets? Oh, I don't know. Probably 2023, maybe. I don't know. 2023, probably. Since 117, oh my God. Same since like double digits. Hey, man. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out for that long and keeping it alive for 5 years. Oh my God. Quantum TV. Oh my God, brother. Oh yeah. Shout out to Strong Opinions. Shout out to Rake and Knight. And I like him low. I appreciate you. Your table vacant. Oh my God. I can't believe this music is this long. Jesus has been going. But I'm a Naked Snake. Oh, it's this Naked Snake goal is not reached, brother. We finally get to have the funeral I planned a long time ago. Snake. Oh, that would be funny. Wait, can I pull it up? Loved your interview, Sydney. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. All good things must come to an end. Doobie. Yeah, I saw they canceled Stargate. It's sad. Yeah, I love Reagan, dude. Reagan's good people. Look at they're carrying the coffin. That's funny. Yeah, well, Junior. Well, I have been for years. But yeah. Resting snake face. Oh. Yeah, I try to watch Reagan streams when he's live. It feels random. I don't know what Reagan's schedule is though. I'll just sometimes see it and I'm like, oh shit. All right. You look like a young Ving Rhames. Hell yeah, brother. I watch Karis too. 10 minutes left, boys. 10 minutes left. Look at this sad Captain Iridaki. That's funny. Look at him. Oops. Keep it at an even 125.003. What the hell are you talking about? Patrick, what are you talking about? Oh. Song goes for 10 minutes. I mean, apparently it fucking does. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Rakin with a damn pink boy. What should I do here? I'll just restart that. Thank you, Reagan. I love you, buddy. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Reagan Knight for the pink boy. What a beautiful man you are. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. You're goated as hell. It's 10 minutes in the morning. Yes, sir. Shout out to Reagan Knight for trying to keep it alive. In the end of an era, Snake, you'll be missed. This sounds like someone died. It is. It's someone died. That's the point. It was basically a 5-year-old, which is terrible. That's actually terrible to say. You know. All right. Thank you, Breaking. Shout out to Reagan Knight. He's goated. I'm gonna give him a B. You get 4 Bs. 5 Bs. There you go. 5 Bs. Thank you, Jay Crane. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. Hell yeah. Shout out to Mr. Reagan Knight. Yes. Big shout out to my boy. All right, what we got? Uncommon Rumble pull through. Rumble carried it one time, like wild. They surprise you sometimes on the Rumble side. All right, what we got? We got 8 minutes. Hell yeah. All right. Let me pick a raid path real quick so I don't forget, because I usually forget if I don't do it beforehand. Cinevere. That's what we're doing. Cinevere. You want me to do the hot music? We'll do the hot music instead for the last 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. You ready? Here's the hot music for Naked Snake. There you go. Rakin started it, and we're going to finish it. Here we go. Bosco sauce. Hey! With a $20 Rumble ramp, my boy. As I clicked the damn hot music. Look at you guys. You trying? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. The hot music's live. The Naked Snake's on the dock tonight. Oh, my God. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. Thank you, brother. That's right, yeah. Here we go. We're doing it for Bosco. He said or Blasco. He said he wanted it. Here we go. Let's get the bees going. It's time for some hot music here at the end of the show. Appreciate you guys. It's time. Oh my God. Oh, hell yeah. Bosco. Squid. Their face. Oh my God. Hell yeah. Shout out to It's Kicks whiskey gravy. Kicks. Don't get it. Oh, I agree, Blasco. Here we go. We're going again. Here we go. Ready? Shout out to Mick Gordon, who never strikes my revenue shares my shit. It's very nice of him. Snake sometimes does. Thank you. Shout out to Reagan Knight. I appreciate you, brother. Love you, buddy. We love you, Reagan. 1 red for a rainbow knot. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left. Here we go. Here. All right, halfway there. Here we go. Yes, Art, it finally fell today. Oh, shit. I thought that was another breakdown. Rest in peace. Rest in the pieces, boy. Oh, my gosh, brother. My back hurts. My back hurts so bad. Then we're going to raid Cinevere. I pulled something in at the gym today with my back. It was not fun. I wasn't even working out back. I grabbed a weight and something snapped. And I was like, great, cool. I guess I won't sleep for another week. All right, boys. Yes. All right. We're getting so old. Yeah, you ain't lying, brother. God damn. You throw it out twerking? Shit, I don't think I could ever do that again. Ever. Shout out to Bosco Sauce, by the way. I appreciate it, brother. Shout out to my boy. All right, well, we got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. Not even a cool weight. Nope. It was not cool. I literally bent down and grabbed a weight and to put on the bench, like the bench bar. And it just like something popped. And I was like, all right, cool. All right, then. Something I've done 6,000 times in my life. All right, here we go. Final 2.5 minutes. The stretch. Final 2.5 minute stretch, boys. Here we go. Wait till 40. Oh, it's coming, brother. Barely 3 years away. No, I don't stretch. Probably should, but here we go. And here we go. Oh, Billy. Billy. My boy. Oh my God. My back. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Billy. He says it's his final pink for the Naked Snake rip. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Shout out to Billy for coming in with a pink boy. Shout out to Patrick O'Brien with a $25 orange boy. He says, play you out, brother. Play you out, brother. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. All right. We got close. We got real close there. There's a few last heavy hitters that got us close. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Rake. And I appreciate you guys so much. We love you. We love you guys for showing the love tonight. Appreciate you. Everyone that's trying to help keep it alive, I appreciate you. Thank you. I wanted it to ceremoniously get to 666 because I'm a 12-year-old. I'm a 12-year-old. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. All right. We got close. All right. Bro, I'm going to piece my pants. I ate some ramen. So I have a lot of bulldog ramen that my buddy sent to me. Otto sent me a metric fuck ton of bulldog ramen. And there was one I have not tried called Spicy. It's like sweet and spicy. Fantastic. I was really worried. You know, I always get worried because the carbonara is easily my favorite. You know, so yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the boys. Shout out to all the boys. What's up, RL Tech, RLC Tech? What's it at? It's at 625. You're dyslexic as hell. You're so dyslexic, MA. It's adorable. 625. 625. Dude, carbonara is the best. It's so good. So good. Renee Galarza with 1,000 kicks. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Shout out to Renee Galarza for being goated. Love you, buddy. Thank you, man. Love you. Appreciate you guys. I need some real quick before we log off here. Appreciate you. 150 away. We got there. We got close. Video game suggestions, because I played Resident Evil 3 last night and I did the long playthrough for the first time ever. Like, I usually speedrun it. Thought it was awesome. It's a better game than like I even remember when I did like the long playthrough. So I think I'm gonna run through Halo because Billy suggested that, and I love it. Fucking love Halo CE. So that'll definitely be one. Maybe throw in some modern stuff like that. So what's up, Carify? Where the hell you been, baby? Where the hell you been? So yeah, a lot of stuff in my mind. RE3 run was awesome. It was so fun, Ned. So fun. So good. Oh my God, look at him trying. Renee Galarza with $100 super chat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Renee Galarza slinging his Hispanic money. Actually, I don't know if I'm just going by name. I'm sorry. That was racist. I love you. It's not what I meant. I promise. I promise, brother. Thank you. Whiskey Gravy with 2,000 kicks. Oh my God. Look at this, man. Oh my gosh. What is it? Just you guys log on at midnight or something? What's going on? There you go. Look at that. Damn, brother. My boy, Whiskey Gravy, 500 kicks. All right, here they go. They're starting to pick up, brothers. You guys don't have to keep it alive, by the way. I can remind you. You don't have to do this. I appreciate it, though. I love you, man. Gosh, my back be hurting. Thank you, man. Thank you. I am Hispanic. Well, there you go. It wasn't racist. It was true. 500 kicks. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Renee Galarza. I love you. Thank you, Whiskey Gravy. I love you. Oh my gosh, RLC Tech. What the hell is going on? A pink boy. Proof of voodoo. Oh shit. What do you mean, Art? Proof of voodoo? The snake streak will continue until morale improves. Oh my God, brother. What in the Sam hell is going on? Why won't you just let it die? Why do you do this to me every night? It's like mourning your child. I'm like, okay, it's finally dead. I can bury him, give him a little tombstone, dress it up with some moss, make it pretty. And then you're like, no. And you fucking take the paddles and you shock his little ass. And then he's like, oh. And I'm like, stop. Now it's like mourning over and over. It's like when your girlfriend keeps leaving you and then showing up the next day and you're like, fuck, okay, you can move back in. Damn, RLC. Thank you so much, brother. I love you, dude. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wild as hell. God damn, boys. Just can't let it go. You just can't get it. Remove the tombstone. Remove the tombstone. It's removed. There you go. Success. Snakes never die. Tunnel snakes never die. Oh my God. Whatever, Phil Rook, whatever. Thank you. Whatever games, to be honest. Thank you so much, RLC Tech. Unbelievable. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Renee Galarza. Thank you, Billy, Rakin, Patrick, Strong opinions. I like them low. PS2 Chopper, you guys are wild. Tunnel snakes are forever. All right, okay. All right, we'll keep it going then. We'll keep it going. Thank you. Patrick Brown says can't let you lose your dog and your snake in the same week. Well, it was last week, but I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, Patrick O'Brien. Shout out to Patrick O'Brien for a $15 gold boy. All right, everybody, you win. All right, we'll do it live. We're doing Naked Snake before we get off. Don't forget. Oh, I shouted out the kicks. I got the Renee Galarza's and the Whiskey Gravies. We love you. We appreciate you. Whiskey Gravy went hard as hell. Renee Galarza went hard as hell. Renee Galarza with 1,500. He also said, he corrected me and said my racism wasn't real. Oh my God, what is happening right now? Ned the Janitor on Rumble with a $50 Rumble rant. All right, now we're going overboard. Now we're encroaching on fight milk territory. You need to calm down, all right? I threw away my eggs. They were rotten as fuck. I think. Maybe PDH did. Damn, Ned the Janitor coming in strong. We didn't just beat it. We annihilated it. Damn, brother. We gave his ass a sensu bean, brother. God damn. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate you. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, everybody. You guys are goated as hell. I appreciate you guys. Ned the Janitor. Snake. All right, boys. I guess we'll do it. All right. All right, then. We'll do it live. The Snake State Street goes to 626, right? There we go. All right. Well, hell yeah, boys. The voodoo worked, Art. The voodoo word. Whiskey Gravy. Love you, brother. Thank you, man, for coming in. Pull out the trash eggs. Pull them out. Pull them out. Pull them out. Hey. Pull them out. Pull them out. Hey. Shout out to Ned the Janitor, too. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's do it. The Spanish snake. Do I have the Spanish snake on here? I think I do, actually. Hold on, let me look. You want the Spanish snake? Yeah. Which one is it? It's that one. Okay, it's that one. All right, we're going to do the Spanish snake. For the last minute savior, I am overwhelmed. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, we don't have to keep it going. I appreciate it so much that you are so passionate about seeing me take my shirt off. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can let it die. I'm okay with it. Maverick Cuba says, Adam 22 and Lena the Plug are getting divorced. I seen that today. Maverick Cuba. Hey, what's up, Maverick Cuba? How you doing? What's playing in the background? That's Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta on PlayStation 5. It's on my Xbox One standing unit, but the Xbox One stopped working. So I just plugged a PlayStation 5 into it. so I could have it on in the background. All right, Spanish Snake time, guys. Shout out to all the guys that made it possible. Wouldn't be here without you guys, and I really appreciate you guys. Everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Twitch app is up. Twitch? Oh, brother, I don't even know about Twitch. I haven't opened my Twitch chat in like 6 months. Is there anybody in there? They probably feel like redheaded stepchilds over there. Hey guys, why isn't he talking to Twitch chat? Yeah. We're live over there. My kick is always wild as hell. We got the bees in the kick. I could never do anything with it. Yes, Rockstar, you made it in time for Renee Galarza, Whiskey, RLC Tech, Ned the Janitor, everybody. Just popping off here at the last raking night. Billy, Renee, look at that bastard right there. What a bastard. What a bastard. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Alan says, oh, yes, this is Spanish Snake. Is going to donate to Phil, but fuck Phil. Just can't do it. Why would you not give it to Phil? Come on, brother. He's a good guy. Come on. Support your local Phil. Can we get some silliness for the support, please? Thank you. I appreciate you. Our support for the silliness. Shout out to Islands 97, brother. Appreciate you. God damn. Appreciate you, brother. It'd be hilarious if we hit fucking fight milk. Like, what the hell just happened in this show? Whiskey, thank you for the gifted sub. I love you, buddy. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sorry. I thought that was the cheer button. Thank you, Island. All right, here we go. Nega Snake, the Spanish version. Jays. How do you have a fam who wants you to win? Well, I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. It's called the Full Snake. Here we go. All right. Hit that like button. We're going hard. Last Fight Milk was like a month ago, I think. Oh. It's that time again, boys. Renee Galarza. 500 kicks, Miss Rosa. We love Rosa. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm melting to you.
Bass take.
What a feel.
It's that time again, boys. You ready? Here we go, Art.
But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Chai tea.
Stay here in my time. There be nobody else.
Chai tea.
Crying. It's the way I fly to you. Stay. I'm still in a dream. Stay here.
Oh my God.
Stay here. Someday you'll know the rain. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's your deal, the trial to survive. For the day
Narco, okay.
we see the light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Stay here in my time. Have me nobody else. Crying, it's the way I fly to you. Stay here. I'm still in a dream. Stay here.
Here, Bob.
Stay here. Stay here.
Here comes the solo.
Still in a dream. Stay here.
Here we go. One more time. Amazing. Amazing. Fantastic. That's a much better version. Yeah, I agree with that. Hell yeah. Shout out to Ned the janitor on Rumble with a $20 Rumble rant. Switch over. One more. Switch over. Let's go. There we go. Ned the janitor, I love you. He says fight milk question mark. Yes. So fight milk's where I drink a whole glass of milk with raw eggs and some whiskey. Yes. I retired it for a little while. Changed stuff around, but it's back. It's back again. It's back again. Thank you, Mr. Ned. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my boy, Ned. All right. We'll be back tomorrow or Friday. So I appreciate you guys so much. Like the stream on the way out. Don't forget, we're going to raid Cinevere because she's goated. Appreciate you guys over there. Yeah, RSC tickets. Awesome, dude. It's awesome. And thank you guys again for the supporting your boy. You ain't got to keep this streak alive, but I appreciate you guys always somehow, for some reason, doing it. Supporting your random ass redneck man. I appreciate you guys. Shout out again to Whiskey, Mr. Whiskey Gravy, Renee Galarza, Patrick O'Brien, RLC Tech, Billy Rakin, Strong Opinions. I like them low. Everybody, I appreciate you guys so much. Best chat in the world. I appreciate you. Day, man. Oh my gosh. I forget what even that song, how that song goes. Thank you, Ned. I appreciate you so much, brother. Appreciate that. Bosco, everybody. I'll see you guys later. Shout out to Cinevere, say Cam Raid in the chat. I'll see you guys over there. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it.